This version of It's Erik Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
It's Erik Nagel. It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Erik Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Erik Nagel, and joining me always from the frozen tundra known as Arizona, say hello to Jordan.
Hey, everybody.
If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, do I get it? No, I get it wrong again. Right over there. Do us a kindness. Put us in the number one position in the presets.
I'm sure it does something.
It means something to somebody. If you're on Apple or Spotify, you can go over there and do us a kindness and leave us a positive review. I am told you can now leave full reviews on Spotify. I don't know how to find them yet, but I was told from some of the stuff that I was reading that it's not just the star rating anymore. You can also leave commentary either per episode or for the entire show altogether. Whatever it is, 5 stars, we're going to rip off Carl. 5 stars, and you can shit on us in the comments. I don't care at that point, but...
I was going to say, that's got that new chat feature. How about you guys start a little side chat? Talk about
Has that started yet, too, on Spotify?
I think that started, last week, yeah.
All right, I haven't been using, well, my kid's been using my Spotify, so if anyone's seeing what my Spotify account's doing, they're going to be like, what is this guy doing? I'll get into that in just a bit. Apple, Spotify, yes, do all there. If you want to join us live as we do this live show, this is for the, I've had people saying, you're live while doing this. Why do you say doing this? Because the radio audience doesn't know this. And they can't see it, so we just repeat it for them. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do the show, go over to our YouTube or our Twitch rooms, both under It's Erik Nagel. Like and subscribe there. Follow, I think, is the subscribe thing for Twitch. I think that's the verbiage they use. And if you can't be here live while we do any of this stuff, you can pick up the videos and the episodes at your leisure over on our YouTube channel at It's Erik Nagel. I do want to point out a couple of things. One, we have a new interview up there. We talked to Gary from Nerdrotic last week, so that video's up there, and it's doing pretty well, so if you want to go check that out. All things nerdy, and talking about the possible change in the mindset and business practices of the television, movie, comics industry, all of that stuff, from where it was to where it's going now. Go and check that out. Also, it's a bit of a somber day. It's been a somber week, pretty much. Howard is staying. Charlie Kirk had a thing, and then 9/11. It has not been a good week for anybody. But I want to point this out there and put this, bring this to your attention if you haven't seen it. The old show that I used to do, Opie and Anthony. I bring this up every year just if you want a little historical snapshot of the time as it was happening. I have the playlist right here that I have up on the other YouTube channel that we run. It has the full studio version. So it's not like the hissing taped, like you're dubbing a cassette tape back in 2001. You really didn't have full streaming like you do now. But these are the studio recordings. We put a whole special together to, I think this was to celebrate the 10th anniversary, or remember, celebrate might not be the right word, but to remember the 10th anniversary of the tragedy that happened. It's the full Opie and Anthony show from that time. Also, the full Ron and Fez show that came on right after us. So all of that is there and available. I actually put the description in the link in the description right now. So if you're watching on YouTube, I don't know if it translates over to Twitch, but in the YouTube version, the link is right there in the description. So if you want to go and listen to that instead of this, I get it. But if you want to pop that and bookmark it to watch later, feel free to do so as well. It's right there in the description for you to check out. So I think that is that. Oh no! Also, I want to thank everybody. The YouTube channel blew up in the last couple of weeks.
Blowing up.
Now, it's not numbers that everyone should be out there boasting and bragging, but it's good for us, and we're happy. We're at just about 4,600 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And coming sooner than later, we're going to be turning on the membership so you can get the back catalog of everything. I've had people, why hasn't that been up in a while? It's like, well, one, I've got a life. I've got shit to do. It takes a long time to do all of that stuff. Two, I've been working on it. I've been working on it more and more. And so we will get all of that taken care of and done.
I was going to say, I mean, we were sub 4,000 probably like 3 weeks ago. So, I mean, it has jumped up significantly. It's been something definitely to boast about. Don't sell ourselves short. We're hustling, as the kids say.
Come on, Jordan. We're tremendous slouches. So, please, if you haven't already, go over to the YouTube channel, hit subscribe. It's free. Turn on the notifications so you know when things are loaded, whenever we're live, what have you. And if you're in here right now, hit the like button. What are you doing? If you're on Twitch, I forgot what that thing is. There might be they have a like button, or the verbiage over there is weird because, gamers.
Yeah.
They always have to do something different. But anyway, we welcome you to the show in any way, shape, or form that you can do that. Yes, my friend Jared in the chat there. Progress is progress. So we do appreciate that. Big Red Tower. He was actually in the room before we went live. I saw him. What did he say over there? Go back to that. Couple of slow pokes to something. These guys are dragging the cooters all over the floor. Why do they have cooters? I don't know. It's just fun to say it is, Chip. But yes, congrats, fellas. Well deserved. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. Here's something else I didn't realize. So the channel's YouTube partnered.
Yeah.
So they sent me an email. It's like, we noticed you haven't activated any of your perks. I went, what perks? I didn't know about this. So it's like, use your unique code to log into your YouTube manager thing, whatever it is. It's a separate thing than regular YouTube channels have.
Right.
So now I'm digging through emails, and they sent me this code back in, I think in the end of May, beginning of June. It's like, save this code. It's like, you know how you have your unique stream code, so you can use your channel on any other platform or something.
I know Twitch does that.
Yeah, something like that. So it's a unique code that you got to log in to prove that, this is your account. You're a part of the YouTube members program or whatever it is, partners program. So I'm locking in there. I got, what did I have there? I have a Dunkin' Donuts gift card that I'm not going to use, but if you would like that, I'll gladly send it your way. They gave me a gift card to B&H, which is good. I can use that for something. Maybe if I need another hard drive or some equipment, knock on the proverbial wood that we don't need to use that. We might also be getting an LED YouTube light display.
Interesting.
That sits on there, and also I closed the window out there. What are those director clapboards?
Yeah, the little clackers.
Yeah, so it's like, would you like one of these? Click here. So I'm like, all right. I'm just clicking buttons last night. I'm like, all right, I'm getting all this kind of shit. I had no idea it was even part of the YouTube Partners program. So, so
nice.
That's kind of cool. It's been a shitty week, but, it was nice to have some positive things happening in there. Hey, our pal Subdivision's in there. Chris, hey, just popping up to say sup and support out at he always goes to the Moose Lodge. I gotta find that song for you, man. There's that ska song where it's fight, oh, I'm fucking wasted, you're gonna go to the punk rock show and rearrange some faces. But it's about these guys going to the Moose Lodge and getting drunk, and then it turns into a punk rock mosh pit fight in the bar with all those drunken youpers from Canada and whatnot. So I'll look. Remind me, it's another time. I'll look for that song. Maybe somebody in the chat knows the song that I'm talking about there. Our pal Keeping It Twisted is in here. By the way, Twisted, we've added some more stuff about you into here. I'm so far behind on drops and other things. That I'm trying to load everything. There's just been so much going on, so I apologize, but there's just a lot to edit, a lot to do. Jordan's seen my desk. My whole thing is just covered in Post-it notes in a million
Post-it notes.
Yeah, it looks like when they do those cash booths, right? When you go in there and the papers is flying everywhere. If you turned on a leaf blower, I'm fucked because my whole console over here is just color coded. Look, even over here too. There's even more. They're all over the place. So anyway, I've been pulling stuff from her live streams. Follow her on Twitch, by the way. She's a partner for Sea of Thieves. We play Phasmo and other stuff. Anyway, so I've been pulling some drops from her thing here. I'm sure she's familiar with these. Here's one of them.
Right in the butt.
That's her.
One of my favorites.
And then
I do not have a wiener.
that's her too. So I have another file full of drops I got to cut up and look, see, she sees it, and put them all into here so we can use just, out of nowhere. If we're talking about something, you can sit here and you just go like,
Do you like my erection selection?
I do not have a wiener.
see, it just works with a lot of different things.
Right in the butt.
So we'll put all that together. But thank you, Twister, for coming in. Hope you're feeling better. She had some procedure done, and she's recovering nicely. And I look forward.
And that's why she doesn't have a wiener.
That's exactly it. What was your procedure?
I do not have a wiener.
All right. Well, I didn't know you had one to begin with, but kudos to you.
We're very affirming here.
Yes, live your life how you see fit. See, she's even thanking us.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes. Anywho, what else do we have here? Your pal Noodles is in here. You can tell Erik is old. In the age of technology, the dude is still using Post-it notes. Yeah, because I'm not going to lie. I also have, why did I just say that? People say I'm not going to lie is usually going to be on
comp books.
Dude.
I have stacks and stacks of comp books.
I have one of those over there.
Three or four to my left. Yeah, I trust me.
Check this out. This is when I have to travel, when we bring the work iPad with us.
There you go.
So
I fill these things.
Yeah, so I put it in there. So if anyone just peeks into your bag real quick, they just think it's an old composition.
Oh, that's just his diary. I don't need to steal that.
Oh my God! Look at the last time that I used it.
It's a diary everywhere.
Wow, I think the last time I used this was San Diego.
Oh my God! I remember you showing me that. Yeah.
I don't know. Lots of stuff. What do we have? We've got a lot to get to. I'll start off with this. Do you think it was that whole bullshit ramp up to Howard's announcement was a big payoff considering the week we just had?
I don't think it would have been a payoff regardless of the week that we just had.
Right.
I think that was... We thought of different scenarios. I think we didn't even think of this most lackluster of events to happen.
Right. So we've talked about this ad nauseum, and then I was going to bring some stuff to the show. I'm glad we didn't because there's other stuff to get to right now. But did an episode of Who Are These Broadcasters with my pal Christian Blatt and then Carl from WATP and the radio legend known as Erik Zane. And we were breaking down the whole Howard timeline from when that article went out into the Sun all the way to when he finally did make his announcement, the terrible April Fool's style attempt at getting the audience with Andy Cohen. We break it all down there. Look up Who Are These Broadcasters, or if not, I'll post a link later so that you can see the video and whatnot. Goes through all that, stretches it for 5 weeks, and then finally gets this thing up there. And then what happens? You have the tragedy that happened on Wednesday with Charlie Kirk still dominating the news cycle. And then, of course, here in the United States, it's the 24th, right? 24th anniversary of the events of September 11th in New York City, Washington, D.C., and in that field in Pennsylvania. Yeah. And so, not really the best week to be doing a lot of celebrating for anything. And you come out guns blazing with that hack bit and like, this is going to get the subscribers. They forgot already. Everyone, I asked somebody today, I go, do you think this is going to affect people, signing up for Howard? And my friend goes, oh my God, that was this week. I forgot about it. I was like, yeah, that was only 3 days ago, 4 days ago?
Tuesday. Yeah.
Everyone's forgotten. Everyone's moved on.
It was a nothing.
Yeah. So much harsh shit has happened since then that it's just erased it from the timeline. The Charlie Kirk thing, all I'm going to say about that, and I'm not speaking for Jordan or anybody at iHeart and stuff. This is just me, but obviously very divisive or polarizing figure, however you want to look at him. My takeaway from this was, like a lot of people, about if you disagree with somebody verbally, that you can't go around just killing people, but that has been human history, from the course of modern history, that these things have happened. What really got to me, and Jordan and I were talking about this last night, I think. I don't know. I do know what happened, but since having the kid, I can't blow off things as easy as I used to anymore. Like, it's not a matter of like, well, it doesn't affect me, I don't care, because I know a lot of people do live like that. And to some degree, I was like that based on whatever the scenario was. But seeing things now that affect kids, I've kind of like broke the armor, if you will, the wall down. And that gets to me more than a lot of other things used to get to me. So that unfortunate incident happened at that college in Utah, university in Utah. Mm-hmm. And then there was a video collage, and it wasn't put together because he had just had gotten shot, but it was from something else that he was doing. And apparently he took his kids everywhere because they're not at the age where they're in school yet. So he brought them to everywhere except the those events, I guess. And you see him running. He was on a television show, and they go to break, and the kid comes running over during the break, and he's like, "Oh, like he wasn't expecting it or whatever." And she hopped up, and he brings her on the couch. There's just a montage of him with his kids, and that kind of got to me. Mm. And I was like, "Yeah, if you don't like what he was saying or you don't like what he was about and everything, that's fine." I get it. A lot of people did. A lot of people didn't. He talked for a living. He was debating. That's what he was. It wasn't like he was out there beating up people or, that kind of shit. He was just saying things that either you agreed with or you didn't. But he did live a life where, pretty religious guy and a devoted family guy. And just seeing the clips of him with his kids and everything kind of got to me. And that, I think that does more now than it ever did before, obviously, because I have the kid. So you're just... I don't know. It's like one of those moments where, when you see people tagging, they're like, hug your kids, hug your family, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Kind of gets to you, It's. I'm tearing up from it now, but.
Oh, you big softy.
I know.
No, I get the same way. And I equated last night when we were talking. I said, yeah, I feel like every room I go into when these things kind of happen are a little more dustier than they used to be when I didn't have kids. And I just, I get a little more emotional, and it's fine. You start to kind of associate, like, what would happen if that were, my kids or something like that. Right. And it's just like, it gets to you a little bit more. I do feel for his kids in this situation. Yeah. I'm personally not going to go into any of this. It's too. I'm
not asking to. We're not even opening it up.
I'm just saying, like, this is just too much of a hotbed topic for people. There's going to be tempers on both sides. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be not only the victim of the tragedy, but there's going to be people affected on the outside of it that shouldn't be, and those are the kids. So, and then the same thing happened in Colorado. A shooting happened. So
right,
it's just it's not going to get better yet. So
I'm always amazed at the stupidity of people where, when something like this happens, and it's on both sides too, but when something like this happens in the immediate center of as the events are unfolding, people go online and they start spouting off bullshit. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right, you don't like the guy. I get it. Was this the time to do it right now? And is the way you're doing it the right way to do it? And then people get fake outrage, fake surprised when all of a sudden they get, look, it was a heated moment. It still kind of is, but I mean, it was a big fucking deal yesterday. So when you have people out there celebrating, right? You don't do that at that point. You know, there's going to be time when some of this dies down and then everybody says their thing like, well, fuck him. You know, the things he was saying and all that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But you can't be surprised when it just happened and you're out there shitting on his family, shitting on him, shitting on all that stuff. And then you get people are getting banned off of platforms. They're already losing their jobs from a teacher. I think in Florida lost their job. Some medical professional lost their job. All the way up to MSNBC. They fired that legal correspondent that they had. He's a Washington, D.C. lawyer. Fired him. The host of that particular program was kind of on the rocks with that because they didn't answer to press inquiries about like, well, what's going to happen to that person? No comment on that. But this person, Matthew Dodd, I think his name was, got fired for his poor choice of words. That's what's perplexing because it's not like it hasn't happened on the other side too. And it's just like, why does everyone feel the need to fucking proverbially piss on the grave the second it happens?
I don't even think it really is at this point about this particular incident. I think people have this weird obsession with putting their opinions out immediately on the internet. No matter what it is, people just immediately go out there and I want to post my opinion. I want people to know what I'm thinking. And, you know, to the point where people have even asked us, like, why aren't you guys talking about stuff? Why don't you guys bring it up? So
that was never the point of our show. Yeah.
Like who cares? Like you shouldn't have to care about my political leanings on my social media. Just like I don't care about yours. Don't be a dick. Be cool with me. I'll be cool with you, and we're good. I've had friends on the opposite side of the political spectrum now, as it is. But
right,
you know, like don't be a fucking asshole. Don't be someone that promotes shit against people I care about, and we're good.
Yeah,
you know, it's easy to just live a good life, have some fun, go to a concert, watch some football, play some video.
It's like just
live your life.
It's like they rush out there. It's like, let me get out there and point and laugh and say the most horrible thing because they all think that they're bulletproof. Pardon the terrible pun, but they all think like that nothing's going to happen, and if they do it right now in the moment of all of this. And not realizing that if you do it right now in the moment of all of this is when everybody's at their, the whole scenario is heightened and people will overreact or companies may overreact. So you're going to lose your jobs. You're going to lose your livelihood. You're going to get doxxed. People are going to threaten you. It's like you just made it all about you at the wrong time. So it's just like, I don't understand why this continues to be a cycle of things that happen no matter what the situation is. I mean, look, I feel the same way right now. I feel bad for his kids and his family and everything like that. The same way I would feel when there's the school shootings happen. And there was another school shooting that was going on that same, I don't know if it was the exact same time, but it was the same day. And now there's something currently going on right now down in Virginia at the Naval Academy. There was an active incident right there. I didn't see the latest update, so I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know all the information. But why people feel the need to jump in right as the incident happened and let's fight, let's do this. I'm going to say everything I ever wanted to say, and then it's just bedlam at that point. And I'm sitting there watching this shit, and I'm just like, it never stops. It never stops. This just happened to be another polarizing incident in history that people are jumping on to make it about them. Whether they like the guy or they don't like the guy. There's people that do like the guy that were, I think some were trying to say the right thing. Other people were obviously making it about them and they were supporting the guy. Or there was obviously the people that didn't like the guy that were also trying to make it about them. It's like, I don't understand why this constant need to do that on the most terrible things that are happening, and people do it, and I don't know why I'm surprised all the time. I should know better by this point because it's been going on for how long? Social media been around here? Like 20 years, maybe. Yeah, about 20 years. Friendster, MySpace, then into Facebook. So yeah, we're around the 20-year mark for social media stuff. Why I still get surprised and disgusted by people making things about themselves be it the right way and wrong way. Now you could say, well, Eric, when people die, you put your photo up there with the celebrity stuff. Yeah, but it was always an homage to what the award shows did, the black and white with the classical music or whatever they did. But two, it was always with a description about why that person meant something to me or what their work meant to me. It wasn't just like some other, some dipshit radio people who put their stuff up there and it goes, there was a guy today that was in one of the publications, top 30 under 30 or something like that, top talkers. Mm-hmm. I forgot the guy's name, and he goes, I was honored to be included among the list of Charlie Kirk. I'm like, that's what you're putting online to make this about you? It's like, I was on this list too, and I'm honored to share the accolades and everything with Charlie Kirk, who was also a fan. It's like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing?
Anything to get their name out and take advantage of it. I mean, and it's sad because people are using this to push political agendas on both sides. I mean, it is heavily leaning right now on the right just because they want to blame somebody. There's no evidence about anything right now. There's no news about
the last thing I saw. The last thing I saw was a couple hours ago. They had a surveillance video of the guy walking down the street, I guess, towards the university. That was, I haven't been paying much attention to the news today, but that was the last thing I saw with that. And then the other headline was the Naval Academy. Podcast Media is in the chat there. Hello, boys. How you doing? Teacher here in Greenville, South Carolina was fired today. That might have been the thing I saw about I thought maybe it was Florida. Maybe there was one in Florida, too. I wouldn't put it past anybody.
Give it time.
Dude, when I opened TikTok yesterday, and these aren't people I follow. It was all on that front page.
All the live ones.
All these people that were laughing, doing dances, doing shots, doing all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And
then there was the ones doing live stuff, talking about how it's affecting them. People were crying, and I'm like, are you at a point where this is why you're crying? Like, save that for things that I can't say that doesn't matter, but like, if you're going to have that level of tears and sadness for this incident, you're going to have it for everything that happens. And because the world, the way it is, it's going to be just by the end of next week, we're going to have another thing. Right. By the end of the week after that, we're going to have another thing. And it's continual.
Yeah. Because
we're talking about 9/11. We both remember it. I mean, this is like my kids are learning about it in history class. We lived through.
We were there, yeah.
I mean? Like, and to us, it's still. I mean, 24 years later, I can still remember the exact moment it happened. I can remember where I was. I can remember everything about it.
I remember, like everybody. I mean, I was watching the Today Show, and then it broke in. Mm-hmm. The Today Show broke into the Today Show, like this was still during the Katie Couric,
right?
I know Matt Lauer's. I don't know if Brian Gumble. It was during that era.
Gumble to Gumble.
Yeah, from Gumble to Gumble. No, that was his knockoff brother, the one that does the football stuff, Greg Gumble. Yeah. No, so Brian Gumble. I don't know if he was still there, but no, Katie Couric was there. Matt Lauer was still there. They were doing whatever segment, and then it said breaking news, and then somebody else sat on the couch with them from NBC News saying this is going on with a shot of the Trade Center smoking, and then stories unfolded, and then watching live on television as the thing, it was like, 2-3 hours after the plane hit, then it started to crumble down. You're watching this live on television.
Yes, playing out. And it's weird because like we lived through these big major events in history, but they were so spread out. Like I was having a conversation about school shootings and things like that. Like growing up in high school, the worst thing for us was bomb threats, maybe.
Right.
Nothing ever happened. They just moved us out to the bleachers. We go back in, we live our lives. I graduated. I'd never thought of a school shooting. And then I believe it was Columbine. Like that just kind of started
even
that snowball. And then now it feels like it's so commonplace. Like,
yeah, that was the thing.
This happened yesterday.
That seemed like a rarity. That's why it was such a big deal.
It was such a huge thing.
Huge deal. But then because of that started the pathway, I guess, to being recognized and people getting that last ditch notoriety or anything that they were looking for that they weren't getting in their lives by doing that on the way out. Mm-hmm. And
so it just
and then it evolved from that too. It splintered from them doing it just for the attention. Like they had enough of their classmates. They had enough of being, but like you heard those stories and they went out what they felt was a righteous blaze of glory, right? Yeah. Then it started branching out to even more that it had nothing to do with getting the notoriety. It was just people were walking into, what was it? It was in Tennessee or something that people walked into the church while it was in session and did like, so a church was now no longer.
I mean, Batman, the movie theater in Colorado for Batman. Right.
Oh yeah. The guy who was dressed as the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this has become now commonplace where it's like, I hate to say it, it doesn't surprise me anymore. And it doesn't feel like this, what happened yesterday feels surreal, but by Friday, okay, what's the next thing happening?
Dario Delfino in the chat saying the social media celebration of death has been normalized. Yeah, it is. And it's not even just normalized. It's people's way of getting, I hate the term clout, but notoriety and monetized. Because they're monetized when they do a lot of this shit. You're seeing more and more now. It's not just manifestos. You're seeing social media like, I don't even know if they're clues, but you don't know that they're meaning anything till after the incident happened. You see their social footprints, social media footprints, their trail that they're leaving through wherever they're posting videos on Instagram and TikTok now. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I'm going to be a TikTok legend or I'm going to be whatever by doing this before the horrible incident that they're going to make happen.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, I don't know why I get surprised all the time. You would think that, like, all right, this has got to end at some point. Those situations you hope will end, but the social media fucking outrage or victory lap, because that's just as bad as the outrage in a lot of cases on there too. And you just go, like, yesterday was exhausting and I didn't do much of anything. I got emotional about the thing with his kids and I posted about that. I felt really bad for his kids and for his wife, and that was it. That's all I said.
Yeah.
And that was just coming from a place of being a dad. But just everything else, even when I tried not to look at some of this stuff, and I'd come back, I'm like to see an update if they caught, because it's several times you heard they have another suspect in custody. So you go and you look for the news feeds, and then they're like, all right, we're releasing this person. This isn't the person we're looking for. So, I would check in now and then, and even just that, because you read the thing and then depending on the social media platform you're on, it auto scrolls to the next thing, or it plays the next video while you're watching a news clip of a story or what have you. And it's just like, you turn it off and you go, oh my God, like my chest is tightening up here. Like I feel exhausted. Like I ran a marathon, and I'm just like, all I did was try to find some information, and I'm freaking out just from reading things. Yeah. I'm not even participating in it. It's fucking bizarre. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat here. There's a lot of shit coming up here. We saw the teacher there. Oh, Giddles is in here. Hey, buddy. Megyn Kelly said a trans person killed Charlie with zero evidence. Yeah,
that's what everyone's doing right now.
That's just as irresponsible as the Matthew Dodd guy who said, is like, I think it was one of his supporters shooting a gun as a celebration thing. I'm like, on a campus? They're going to...
college campus.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Yeah, people just going into conclusions without any evidence to back it up, no matter where they're broadcasting or presenting from, it's unthinkable that you would even go as far to say that. In some cases, they're not going to get penalized for it. In a lot of cases, they are. But Noodles in the chat saying, not even necessarily in regards to Charlie Kirk, but I believe having differences of opinion and views, and that's fine, and having constructive conversations about it, but I don't support people that spew hate, racism, incite violence, and all that stuff just because of the difference of opinions or views. Yeah, everyone is like, oh, free speech. All right, but I think people tend to forget that what free speech actually means. Free speech is just that you won't go to jail for saying what you said. Unless found guilty in a court of law for slander or libel or something like that. But like you can protest against the government and you can't be convicted for the words that you're saying or that you disagree with something or what have you. But now, again, you don't understand the consequences of your free speech. So if you go out there and start saying shit, wacky, bizarre shit, stuff's going to happen. People are going to snap and you're going to, have to deal with the repercussions of that. It's a weird fucking balance of the scale. I can say what I want, right? But you piss this person off, they're going to come and kick the shit out of you for saying that. Think a little bit is what I'm saying. If you want to say what you want to say, by all means. But take a beat. Take a moment, step back and go, let me get that's another thing too. With social media and the modern mindset, no one takes a moment to think and get their thoughts together. It's like, I got to race
misspellings and racism.
I got to race and put it out now. I got to run and type this stuff up. I got to get my phone on. I got to put this video because it's in my head how about you take a moment, you sit back, get your thoughts together. You know what I do? The reason why I have a million Post-it notes, one is because ideas hit at all time. I have them all here.
His hate speech.
But if you have
color.
Yeah, exactly. It's all separate. It's color coded by ethnicity. So this way I know it's like, where are the Asians? Oh, there's the yellow pen.
A lot of yellow.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. But you sit there. For some reason, I remember things better if I write it by hand.
Me too.
It's like muscle memory. I'll write a bunch of shit. It goes back to, I think Noodles was saying, it's like, why you have Post-it notes? You're an old man. You could just put like the notes in your phone. I have notes in my phone. I forgot to answer that earlier, but I have them in my phone, but I'll forget what I wrote in there. Like I'll go back as a reference and I'll go, oh yeah. Okay. I did want to do that. Or here's my schedule. This is shit I needed to do. But if I want to remember it in the long term, it's just me with my stroke victim handwriting that I write on these things here. And for some reason, the muscle memory on the thing helps me remember it and get my thoughts together. So if you're really, pissed off about something or need to get something out, just take a moment. It's going to still be there. You don't need to rush to be first or rush to just put it out there. Take a moment.
The biggest problem with Eric is that he treats these Post-it notes like Jerry Seinfeld treated his joke on a Post-it note, and half the scrawl is readable, so he has no idea what.
Wait, but that was when he was sleeping, right? He had the notepad next to his.
He wrote the joke down, and he couldn't get anybody to decipher what that joke that made him laugh.
I remember that he woke up like real late at night, wrote it down, was laughing his ass off, went back to bed, and then woke up. Was like, I don't know what this is.
I don't know what this is. He was asking the maid. He asked George.
Yeah.
So I feel like most of your Post-it notes are. You scribbled it down and you look back and I was like, what the hell was this supposed to mean?
It's like twisted right in the butt. What does that even mean? Oh yeah, I have a clip of Twisted saying right in the butt. I need to pull that for the replay machine here.
Yeah. I mean, there's only two.
There you go.
I love that clip. I mean, there's only really two things I hate in this world: people who are intolerant of other people's cultures,
and the people you used to host a podcast with.
And the Dutch.
Oh, and the Dutch. All right, what was that from?
Austin Powers.
Thank you. Okay, the Dutch.
One of my favorite. It's one of my favorite quotes because he's like, I hate intolerance, all this stuff, but he hates the Dutch.
Well, if you are a casual observer of what they call the Dabbleverse, you would be right to hate the Dutch.
That guy.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, a very difficult week for everybody for a lot of reasons. Obviously, the stuff yesterday, 9/11, as we're recording this here, especially if you were it should affect you deeply if you were around during that time, anywhere you are in the country. Obviously, New York, D.C., Pennsylvania might have it to a different degree, but us as a country should have some kind of effect with this. So, what I just wanted to get that out because what we should be now transferring over to is some more fun stuff.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you in just a second because you went out and about and we're living a life. I want to talk to you about that. I have a couple of IRL rants that I need to get to. And then after that, it's just all fun videos and fun stuff after that. So I think we covered everything, right? Let me see what you guys in the chat were talking about before we officially transfer over to the other stuff here. Transition, if you will. Giddles said it's going to get worse before it gets worse. Unfortunately, that needs to be on a T-shirt and a moniker somewhere because, yeah, it's just insane. Let's see what we got here. Tom from Alberta. Trump didn't even call Governor Walz about the Minnesota representatives that was assassinated, but a MAGA mouthpiece is a big deal. I've been seeing that, yeah, too.
unfortunately.
I know. It's doesn't mean it's right, but what can I do? It is what it is. Let's see. Ooh, a history lesson. Casey's in the chat. Empress Elizabeth of Austria was assassinated by a guy who was looking for notoriety by assassinating a royal, and then the law enforcement made it a point to not publish his name in the news. That's a great idea.
Oh, I'm all for that.
I thought they were doing that. I thought when they had shooters like
internet detectives are constantly. That's the problem with social media.
So the news outlets were doing it, but the internet was like, "Who gives a fuck?" Here is it. Well, they know that's true too. There was a guy. I don't know how I stumbled across this. There was this fat bearded douchebag in, of course, Seattle.
Right.
He's wearing a bucket hat. Oh, sorry, Jordan. He was wearing a bucket hat, and he was. I guess they were having a vigil somewhere. And he walked in there with he was live streaming on his TikTok account or something, and just, putting his middle fingers up to people that were there, supporters of Charlie Kirk, whatever, and going, fuck Charlie Kirk, getting in there. Like he's baiting them. It's not just out there doing an anti-protest thing. He doesn't like what the guy said or did or whatever. He's going into people's faces that were obviously distraught by this and not just engaging, but badgering them, enticing them, if you will. And one other guy, a bigger guy, just kind of walked into him, not like touching him, but just, he looked like he could have been a football player at one point in his life. Just was physically pushing the guy out of the crowd with his torso across the street. And this guy's complaining, whatever, and goes right in and gets his middle fingers right into this guy's face. And the way it looks, because this is a third party taping it, he's doing this thing here, but I guess he hit something backwards and leaned forward and pushed his middle fingers into the guy's face. Ooh. And all it reminded me of is the time on Stone Cold Steve Austin when he came back to the WWE under stipulations that he was he couldn't fight anybody unless he was enticed, unless he was provoked. And Steve Austin would always find ways so somebody would trip and accidentally touch him. And that gave Steve Austin the excuse to go and beat the shit out of the guy. It was an amazing time for wrestling. But that's what happened here. It was that kind of scenario. And once the guy's fingers went into this guy's face, the other guy just picked him up and boom, like that. And he went running away like this. He goes online, starts threatening that guy. He's one of those I hate the cops people. He's very vocal about hating the Seattle police. And I see in the comments for this thing, and this is where it gets dangerous. And this is kind of really bothered me. This your house, bro? Is this where you live? And everybody's like posting. They're just full on doxing this guy. They found where he used to work. They found his mom's house. They found all this stuff. He threw up. Mr. Tough Guy, internet guy, put up another video. And it's like, you're calling my mom's house to tell him what I did and all that. Like he's threatening. He's like, come to my house. I'll kill you. I have a gun. Now that guy. Like, this is where it's getting, you're muddying the waters on all sides. The people online shouldn't be doxing the guy like this. The guy shouldn't be going there and provoking people while this shit's going on. He's not doing it because he feels passionate about whatever the scenario is. He has his phone on to live stream and he's trying to get responses for this shit. So he's at fault too. Then it escalates to the doxing thing. Jesus Christ. Doxing thing.
Definitely escalated.
You should have seen the doxing video that was going on. The doxing stuff. They're calling this guy's mom's house and, telling what he's did and even worse, threatening them, the family, whatever. He doubles down and goes, fuck you. I have a gun. You come to my house. I'm like, you can't put yourself out there and now say that. Come to my house and I'll shoot you because now you're entrapping people. And I'm just watching this. I go, everybody's wrong in this scenario. Like everyone is wrong. There's no clear like, well, this guy kind of got baited. Everybody was wrong on every side of this shit. And I was like, I'm done for the day. I need to go play horror games. I need to go watch fucking Tukey or whatever is going on with making fun of Stuttering John. I need to just escape life for the rest of the night.
Right.
That's what's dangerous. The news was doing what Casey said there. They were not reporting the name, but the internet surpassed the news and doesn't have all the regulations that broadcast news has to do, journalism laws, all of that shit. Dangerous times. Unthinkable that this is the world we're fucking living in right now. I don't know. Every time I'm thinking like, oh, maybe there's something I want to comment, I really sit there and choose my words carefully because
I don't even do it anymore. I don't even engage.
I don't even do it most times. But if there's something I want to put out there, because I've got a show to promote, I've got other things that I need to promote, and I need to use social media, I really have to sit there and pick and choose what I say, what argument I'm going to have, if any. It's just not easy to live in this timeline anymore. Not that it has been for a long, long time. It was bringing it back to reality. Yes. Notice there's no black Post-it notes. I would have black Post-it notes if I had that, those
white pen or a silver marker.
Yeah, it's whatever that material is that they use for the silver Sharpie. It's not just ink. It's more like a paint or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. If I had a paint pen, I would use black. It would look cooler than, day glow colors that I look like I'm at a club in Miami. It would be fantastic if I had that. If you find black Post-it notes, please feel free to contact me and let me know where I can purchase these things here. Let's see what else anybody else has to say here before we move on. Let's see. Banana Man. Banana Man. Well, I like this is likely because Post-it notes tend to be bright and vibrant, but I get okay. I don't even get the joke we were making. That's how far we've moved past that. I do apologize. Oh, yes, the Dutch. Smell like cabbage. No, that's Nomads. That's not the Dutch.
Was it Nomads or was
Nomads? Small hands. Smell like cabbage.
It was Carny Folk. Small hands.
Carny Folk, yeah. Nomads. Small hands. Smell like cabbage. Yes. All right. And then Dr. Evil's doing Just the Two of Us with Mini-Me. That should not have worked. Anytime you do a parody song, doesn't usually work, but that fucking killed in the theater when I went to it. That was the second one, right? Yeah, when he was in jail with Mini-Me, that was the second one where we did Just the Two of Us.
The Hard Knock Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have to go back and rewatch those.
They're oddly still pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like some of the jokes are like, okay. But I mean, for the most part, it's still fun.
Yeah. And the way he says the Dutch with such hatred. Yes. Because he was sitting, he's always like, yeah, baby, the Dutch. Like he just gets so intensely serious. Like
it was Michael Caine. So it was his dad. And he's like, I hate people who are intolerant of the people. And then he goes, and the Dutch. And he's just so mad. It was so good. I like Michael Caine.
Right. John is Danish, not Dutch. Oh, you're right. Fuck. Let's see if we can. Let's do AI voice replacement and have him say the Danish. I could go for a day. Hey, Earl, do we got any Danish back there?
Oh, God, I'm hungry.
He's just fresh out. Earl never has anything in the back there. How many times Ron was asking for something and Earl had just had nothing? Earl does no grocery shopping whatsoever. Jared the Geek, going to talk about the pancake thing with 2 stacks of pancakes that upset people. What's the pancake thing?
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. I would like to talk about that, but what is it?
Earl has the pancakes, so I don't know.
Earl doesn't have anything. Earl's terrible when it comes to the food preparation. I think Vito was the guy you had to go and get all of that stuff. I think that was the bit. They had one time because the gag was, hey, Earl, Ron would hear something and he goes, muffins. I could go for muffins. All right, Earl, do we have any muffins back there? I'm starving. And he would just go fresh out, Ron. And then Ron would be disappointed. The one time they did it is he asked for some, and then somebody is like, do we got any ribs back there? I think it was ribs. And Vito showed up with the ribs and made Earl look quite the fool. If you can go back and listen to old Ron and Fez stuff. It's so ridiculous. Even by today's standards, it's even more ridiculous now than it was when it was happening. It will bring a smile to your face. Jared, I think we can all agree that everything sucks. I do agree completely. Saint Ranger, it's been a long time, sir. Hello. Thank you for coming in. If you're new to the room or first time or whatever, you haven't been here in a long time, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for the show here. It helps us out in big, big ways that we can't tell you about, or you'll have to be disappeared. Secret government information.
Speaking of, it's like the anniversary of the X-Files came out like 30 some odd years ago.
We're old.
I know.
We're old.
I'm gonna rewatch it.
And I remember when I started hating it when Mulder left and they stopped worrying about the oil story, the black, what was it, the black oil and his sister,
the black oil, yeah.
Yeah, and they forgot all about that. Bo Bandy in the chat. Hiya, boys, looking good. Look how svelte that avatar is, my friend.
Nice.
That looks like a young Bert Kreischer. Maybe it is a young Bert Kreischer. I'm not aware here. Casey in the chat, just like the Phillies dad, everyone is calling him out for giving the Karen the ball, but he did the right thing. If he matched her energy, he would just been as bad, right? Even that's forgotten about right now. Yeah. And that was a great story, too. And it was also very cool because they were Phillies fans at the Marlins down in Miami. And for that to happen, and the Marlins came over and made the arrangement. They, that lady showed up from their press, public relations, something in the office there, came over with a big bag of stuff for the kid.
And he still actually went down and I think met a Phillies player.
Well, that's what I was getting to. They gave him this bag of stuff, which is great. I mean, one, the right thing that they should have done, but two, great PR, great positive PR, not only for the Marlins, but for the Phillies and Major League Baseball. The kid was there we found out it was for his birthday. His birthday was like in 3 days, and this was part of his birthday week or part of his birthday gift that they were there in Florida as Philadelphia Philly fans. The Marlins made the arrangements with the Philly people. They brought him down to meet, I don't remember the player, but the player that hit that home run ball.
Yeah.
And the guy apologized. He's like, I'm sorry you didn't get the ball, but I'd like to give you this bat. Signed the bat, took photos and everything. 10 out of 10. How that was handled. Great PR move, a great feel-good story. And fuck that lady. I know other people were saying, look, I've seen stories to defending her. Like the guy took it from her and all those things like that. And I go, yeah, well, she got fired. So it didn't look good on her from any aspect. Her job fired her.
As far as I'm concerned,
right or wrong.
If it was in her hands and then she dropped and he grabbed it, sure. It never was in her hands.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, I've seen the video on there. I kept replaying. That's interesting too. It's not like I was watching and they kept replaying it over and over. No, you don't. You got the video clip. You do your old instant replay. You zoom it in. You enhance, and look at. Oh, there you go. That pitch was not even near it. She was a row behind it and couldn't lean over. He ran over to that empty row and picked it up.
Yeah.
Bop. Now it's mine. And did the right thing too. Gave it to his kid. She became the old bat. It doesn't matter. She's forever labeled as the crazy bitch. She looked like what was her name? Kate from Saturday Night Live.
McKinnon?
Kate McKinnon. She looked like a Kate McKinnon character.
Yeah.
That's my ball. I looked at her with that haircut and the glass. I'm like, is that Kate McKinnon? Could have been fantastic. Let's see who else is in there. Ignatius Riley. Hey, Erik. Hey, all. Hi, say hello to my co-host, All. His name's Jordan, by the way. Of course, I would ask for a Danish. I would. I mean, a good cherry Danish, raspberry Danish, even an apple. I'll even take a lemon if that's all that's left. Because usually if you go to a place and you're late to the Danish, the lemons are the ones that are left. Also fantastic. Or a raspberry crumb cake. Could go for lots of... Oh, I got snacks to show you, too. Somebody dropped off something for me. I'm going to show you that in a second, but the chat's going nuts, so we should say hi to everybody. Earl is trying his best. Yes, but Earl is always, it's like one step forward, 2 steps back in his career and trying to get everything done. Let's see what else we got here. The 2-stack. There was a diner that had a devour 2 stacks of pancakes in under 9 minutes and 11 seconds and get a T-shirt. And the T-shirt was 2 stacks of pancakes with oh my God.
I remember this. And I think it was I don't think it was an actual place. I think this was just some joke T-shirt company that put this out. It still gets me a laugh. I mean, it's been 24 years. Bob the Building is still making me laugh thinking about it. It's a tragedy, but tragedy plus time equals comedy.
I'm looking for this shirt. It's got to be. Oh my God, there it is.
I took down the 2 towers.
That's exactly what it said. You remembered this? I didn't remember this at all.
I do. Now that he said it, I remembered it immediately.
What is with Cloudflare, by the way? Almost every time you go to a web page, it pulls up a thing to verify that you're a human being. Do you have that problem?
No. It's just you.
I don't know. Yeah, it must be, because I don't know what the fuck happened, but now all this is doing this to me. All right, here it is. Let's share screen. Yeah, here it is.
It's still funny.
I took down the 2 towers. Devour 2 towering pancake stacks under 9 minutes 11 seconds in under 9:11. That is in. I mean, maybe it's hilarious now by today's standards. It's in poor taste if this was later that month.
Yeah, right.
That they did this. Like, this is a great marketing gimmick. We should do that.
Dogs are still sifting through the rubble, and we put it out there. Yeah, no.
I was not aware of that. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Jared. I appreciate that. Noodles, did you hear she came out and said she would be part of the VIP treatment because if she didn't take the ball and none of that stuff would have happened to them? No, I didn't. Are you making that up? That seems a bit far-fetched.
I don't know. Noodles looks like a liar.
He does. He kind of looks like you, too, which also makes you a liar.
Damn it. Lying by association.
Casey saying he got to meet Bader, who hit the home run for the ball his dad got. Yeah, I didn't remember the player's name, but that is an issue here. Bartholomew, I mean, the dude did run over to grab it from super far away, but the minute she saw there was a kid involved, she should have backed off. Yeah, that never goes good, and you don't normally see that because of social norms. People are kind of officially bullied because the camera's on them. That if you're on the big Jumbotron, which means more than likely you're being on broadcast television right now with the game. If you have the ball and there's a little kid next to you, the right thing to do is to give the ball to whatever kid is next to you, because you get a round of applause, the kid's happy, and it's a feel-good thing. If you don't, wasn't that also a Seinfeld storyline with George or something? Somebody took the ball and he refused to give the ball back, or Kramer.
Something. Yeah.
There was a storyline like that. But yeah, you become an instant villain if you deny a kid. It happens in wrestling too. And wrestling fans are fucking vicious with this shit. Like, so if, performers come out there, they take off, like Cena will take off his shirt, throw it into the crowd. He's got the wristbands. He's got the towel. Any of the performers, they have their shirts, their hats, something like that. They throw it out into the crowd. If an adult went and grabbed it and it didn't give it to the kid, or if you grabbed it and you have a kid, that's one thing. But if you grabbed it and you kept it for yourself and there was a kid behind you or in front of you trying to get it, they let you know. Mm-hmm. You don't even see it on TV, but the fans, the scuttlebutt goes in a feverish pace.
They'll make the rest of your experience there at that game the worst.
Yeah. All those guys you were making fun of that had like 6 belts on them, they're carrying them on their arms. They're starting swinging those leather straps at your face, and they will make you give that stuff back to them. Also, credit to WWE, when they find out scenarios like that, they're very good with the kids. They'll come when they get like a bag of merch or something like that, or they get them to, it's like, you want to come backstage and meet the wrestler or something. Especially if it's on camera, you're getting WrestleMania tickets. Like, if somebody fucks with a kid on the camera, that kid and his family are really well being taken care of. Yeah. Give the ball to the kid. Any sporting event. If you caught a puck to the mouth and you lost teeth, whatever, if there's a kid next to you, give him the bloody puck. You'll look like a goddamn hero. Yeah. I don't
have my teeth back.
No. Why do you have them? I just think they're neat. Oh no, that was the potato.
Those are the potatoes.
That was the potato. I just think they're neat. All right. Let's see. Hellraiser, internet celebrity Hellraiser 69 in the chat there. There's a restaurant somewhere in Pennsylvania that has the same gimmick, but with a big ass burger that was half the size of a wagon wheel. You remember watching Man vs. Food? That Adam Richmond. Right.
I almost watched it last night. I was hanging out with Emery and was searching through Tubi.
Yeah.
Because I'm rewatching Cube and going through those kinds of things. So I've been on the Tubi kick, and they have all the Man versus Food with Adam on there. And I was like, I almost put it on there. That's funny that came up.
Right.
I love it because they redid it with this other guy, this redheaded dude, and it just wasn't the same.
No, but Adam had, because people, I remember when he left the show, people were outraged because they thought Food Network or Travel Channel, whoever had, let him go. And he had to put out a statement. He goes, "No, I was in terrible shape. My heart was
gonna die."
Yeah, and he's like, "I had to stop doing this because it wasn't like, a lot of those food shows, if you're not aware how it goes, they have, you see the process of making the food or they're talking about it, especially diners, drive-through, and dives. Like Guy Fieri is not eating everything at all these places. He'll take a bite or something. He does, dips the spoon in for the sauce or the soup or whatever. When he sits down to try it, he eats it. As soon as the camera's off, they don't finish the food. Like they're not sitting there eating the giant sandwich or pancake or meatloaf special or whatever it is. They take the bite for the camera and then they're done because you can't sit there and eat all this food all the time. Adam Richman ate it all. No, was it Richmond? Rickman. No,
Richmond.
Richmond. Alan Rickman is the actor.
Mr. Potter. And then she fucking eats it.
This is Snape versus food. He just sit there and just gives everybody surly looks.
He's just upset about it.
Yeah, but Adam would eat all of his stuff because he never did this shit before and almost killed himself. He gained a ton of weight. His heart was just about to explode, and he had to put out a statement. I had to stop. This show was killing me. But anyway, the food that he would eat are exactly like we're talking about here: the pancakes, the giant hamburgers. All of that fun stuff there.
I remember the first one I ever saw, I think it was the first episode. He was like in Texas and he ate a piece of steak that looked like a giant, like one of those bicycle seats for larger people where they're really wide and cushioned. And it just looked like a bicycle seat. I'm like, I would eat that. It looks so good. Like I just want all of it.
All right. This is the possible show title here. Hans versus food. Hans Gruber versus food. I'm thinking Snipe, but that's the character I should have done. Well done, Hellraiser. Well done. I do appreciate it. Casey say, couldn't be me. I'd devour everything on that plate. Right. And you'd be dead too after 2 seasons of doing a show like that.
Right? Yeah, I think he went 3. And I'm just like, I don't know how you do this. Because you're right, he's eating everything. Jared
said, I had a 5-pound cinnamon roll in San Antonio, Texas. Well, part of it. And then we ate it for like a week before I flew home. That's like Homer with the sandwich.
The sandwich.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sitting behind the radiator. It's on the table. I'll give it a good home.
Are you eating that sandwich? No. He's eating it in
Marge,
bed.
I'd like to be alone with the sandwich for a moment. Are you going to eat it?
Yes.
Yes. She just slaps it out of his hand. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, it's like purple at that point.
All right. Let's move on. We caught up with the chat. Let's move on to Jordan. Let's talk about you before we get to my stuff, which will take a long time. How have you been? What did you do this week? You were out and about in the IRL. What did you do?
I did. I took the kid out. We had tickets to go see the newest iteration, the new version of Linkin Park this past Saturday over in Phoenix. Nice little homecoming for Linkin Park, being the birthplace and the home of Chester Bennington. So it was a little surreal, a little weird at first.
Because I said, how's the chick singing?
How's the chick singing?
Yeah,
exactly. So we went out. We grabbed Whataburger on the way out. It was good, and then we head into Phoenix. And Phoenix is a weird place. Sometimes it's all one-way streets. It's very condensed. It's all one-way streets. You can't find anything. You can't park anywhere for less than $40 most times, like for these events. It's ridiculous. But we happened to find a garage about 1.5 blocks from the venue. So we went ahead and parked for like $20, no big deal. But as we're going in, because everything's a one way and Phoenix is kind of starting to build like light rail and things like that, we have that out there.
Right.
The way the roads are set up are weird. Like some roads you start to have to veer off and go a certain way. You have to have the red arrow telling you to stop, so you can't turn right on red, even though that's where you can in most cases. As we're getting in there, we're in the middle of Phoenix. We got the red arrow, no big deal. We're sitting there. We get the green arrow to turn, and as I'm turning, this dude just starts dancing. Like not
was it like Hal Jordan or something?
Yeah, that's the Green Lantern
with the Gus Gusserson, whoever the fucking Mo Bullhead character is it now.
But so this guy just starts dancing out into the sidewalk, like into the intersection. And I didn't see him at first, and I'm going, and he gets literally like less than a foot from my car before I like zip outward more. And I'm just like yelling at the guy, and he's just like, no big deal, just walking. And I'm just like, I hate Phoenix. I hate Phoenix so much. I don't want to be here.
I tell you to move all the time.
Well, I'm not in the city proper. Like,
Doesn't matter. Phoenix is just, it's that city and then all of the desert until it becomes Tucson.
I'm part of the desert. Yeah.
Yes. Stop living there. Live somewhere with proper climate.
I'm in that level where, like you said, the sun's coming down to kill me.
You're in the area that's labeled the worst place to live in America. And it's not by financial restrictions or crime statistics, just quality of human life on Earth. Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona is labeled the worst place on Earth in the United States for humans to live.
Yeah, it's very hot.
I sent you the informational video.
Venomous, right. So yeah, we went in there. We parked. We walked over. Got in pretty well. Got to our seats. Sat there for a minute, and then we realized we don't care about the opener. I got a text from our friend Bartholomew here in the chat. He was in Phoenix from the East Coast, so we arranged to meet up.
That's great.
Him and his buddy were up in the merch line, which was right outside our section. So I was like, "Look, I don't want to see the opener. Who cares? I don't know." This guy's name was like Gene Dawson.
Well, that's what Gabby wanted to know. Gabby's in the chat here. Our pal Gabby. She's like, "Who opened for them?"
Yeah, so some guy named Gene Dawson. We didn't watch him because we stood in line with Bartholomew and hung out, and it was really cool to meet somebody from the East Coast. I know a friend of Heather and everybody that we all know, so it was cool.
The one who doesn't bother to respond to anybody anymore. Yeah. Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it was fun. We hung out in the merch line, got some merch, got some t-shirts. I bought one for the kid. I always like to try to get like concert shirts for her as we're there. And then we went and sat down, watched Linkin Park play. Very, very good. Like surprisingly good. Like the band's good. Mike Shinoda's good. What was going to be weird from me was hearing Emily, the new singer, sing the old songs. Like with the new album, you obviously know those were her songs.
She do Shadow of the Day?
I don't remember.
I enjoy that. It's not a lot of people's favorite song, but I do enjoy that song.
That was on an album that a lot of people I don't think liked too. Well, there were some bad songs on that album. But see, for me, like I tend to view it this way: is that Hybrid Theory was different from Meteora. Meteora was different from like Minutes to Midnight. Like every album was a different iteration of how Linkin Park wanted to be. Sure, they had the screamy songs, but then they had other songs. They were like, hey, guess what? I want Chester to sing instead of scream. Like they changed every one. So like for me, I'm taking this is that next evolution. So I went in very open-minded. The kid was into it. She, when you're trying to find your musical, genres that you're into, she tends to lean toward female singers and female artists. So when I can say, hey, this is a band that I used to really, really, really enjoy, they've got a female singer, it kind of brings her into it a little bit. She had a great time. Like it was fun. She was singing along. I got all kinds of footage. But it was very enjoyable. I even messaged Gabby while I was there, and I was like, you were right. Like this was a good show to go to. Because I would think I was on the fence back when Gabby had went when they started this tour, I think in Mexico. Mm-hmm. And it was very enjoyable.
Why are a lot of acts starting their tours in Mexico? Because remember, we covered Katy Perry for her disaster of a world tour, and she started in Mexico.
I don't know.
And then there was another artist we talked about that started in Mexico this year too. So Linkin Park started their thing in Mexico as well.
Yeah, I think it was like, I don't remember if it was just Mexico City, but yeah, they started that tour in Mexico. So that was good. It was really fun. Like it was very cool. Bartholomew saying so many young kids singing along to Linkin Park was kind of surreal. Yeah, that's how it was in my section too. It was, you had like, it was a weird thing where you had like the older people who were into the band back when they were in the 2000s coming out to see, like, me and this couple in front of us, we were talking about some of the different bands that we had seen. And, he was like into all the stuff I was into. And then, you had families, like families were bringing their kids, from 5 years old up until like their teens, and they know the words. Like they were into it. They were screaming. At one point,
were they reenacting the Michael Bay endings for What I've Done when he'd hit that chorus? Like people were falling off the stage, spilling a drink.
I had that picture of the directed by Michael Bay on my phone, and I pulled it out. And when that song was going on, my daughter looks over at me and sees it. And she goes, "Oh my God, you're not going to do it." I was like, "No, but I wanted to show you to make you laugh." And she laughed so hard during that song that she wanted me to send that to her so she could send it to her friends.
See,
because we had taken footage of the song. It was so funny.
I would have showed her that if my kid said, "Oh my God, you're not going to do that, are you?" And I go, "Yep." And as I palm her forehead as she falls down the stairs in the stadium there, and then I just captioned the video with that thing at the end. I'm a good dad.
No, you are a good dad. But yeah, no, it was a really good show.
Oh, I just thought of another Linkin Park song that I like. And it's not, I don't think it's the two songs I like I like a lot of their stuff, but the two of my favorites I think are songs that are not popular songs.
Which one?
Well, one, Shadow of the Day, and Breaking the Habit.
They didn't do Breaking the Habit. Now that I think about it, because
I would have walked out. I'm like, none of the songs that I love are they performing. They're not customizing this show to me. Why am I here?
One time I saw Red Hot Chili Peppers and they didn't play Under the Bridge. I wanted to burn the stadium down.
I'm kind of glad that song's annoying.
I know, but that's what you end with.
I want to hear them go, double speed to what is it? Cinnamon Caninco, that 80s song where they were still doing that weird power punk shit.
Oh God, I know. But yeah, no, they did some good stuff. The show was really interesting where they had Mike Shinoda about halfway through did his own little thing for a second, give the band time to rest for a minute. He's kind of doing like crowd work. So he's going around to like people who paid way too much money to be on the fence. And he finds this guy dressed in his full graduation gown. Cap and gown and everything. So he's like, "What's up with the getup?"
At the concert?
Yeah. So he tells the guy, "I graduated from a program today. I was told about a month ago after I'd already bought these tickets that my graduation ceremony was today. I skipped it to come here." I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
What if it was one of those colleges that uses stadiums because they have so many students for the graduation? And he's like, "I'm here." The graduation was this morning and the concert was that night, and he just hung around. Or he showed up on the wrong day. The graduation's tomorrow, and he walked into a Linkin Park concert.
Right.
I would have said, "Everybody, boo this man right now." And just hear the whole crowd boo him.
Yeah, because those tickets were expensive down there. So yeah, he was there. He was like, "Look, it was best decision of my life. I didn't even have to think twice about it." Mike Shinoda was like, "That's cool." Signed his whatever the sash was that he had on for graduation. He goes, "Look, I see you already had one signature on there. Here's another one. Let's do this." He takes off his hat and gives it to the guy, and he had the whole band signed on underneath. So it was like, his bit. He does that, I think, every concert.
And then before he hands it back, he throws it like a frisbee into the crowd. So some other person got it. There was a lady that's screaming at a guy who gave that to his kid, saying that it was near her seat.
Or it's like, you put it on, you're like, "I got this from Mike Shinoda," and then you realize he had lice the whole time, so you got lice from Mike Shinoda. So they had talked for a second, and everyone's like cheering. That's really cool. And the guy said, "Hey, come in." And he gets in his ear real quick because he had to take the monitor out and, talk to the guy for a second. And apparently that guy who had went was dressed up in his full gear, brought his mother. His mom, older woman, was Chester Bennington's high school choir teacher.
You should have just said his mom was Chester Bennington, and that would have been an amazing story.
Pulls off a mask, all Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, a whole Scooby-Doo ending.
Smithers. But yeah, no, it was one of those moments like we had talked earlier where it's like, I just felt the room was a little dusty. Like I was starting to tear out. I was like, "Oh, what a like bring it back moment." Like, circular moment where it's like, that was really cool. Like whether it could have been staged or not, I don't think it was. It felt very genuine. He was very genuine about finding that out. He goes, "Look, I don't think I would be here if it wasn't for what you did for him." So, it was one of those moments, and it was so cool. And it just felt right. Like the crowd was into it. They ended the show with Faint and they did like In the End and stuff like that. But
Faint is a weird choice to end, right?
I felt it was weird. I felt like maybe you like end it with like Numb or even In the End, one of those.
Or even doing the
you're like Shadows of the Day.
Going away. Was it? I Bleed It Out? Is that?
Yeah, they did bleed it out though.
No, but something high energy to end
like
this.
Something with claps.
Yeah, bring that chorus in, and just having the whole crowd go. That would have been a better ending. I think
It was good. But yeah, the Bleed It Out kind of was the last. Actually, Bleed It Out was the last song before they went into the encore. So I mean, they kind of did end the main set. But she was smart with the last couple songs because she knew when to just not sing. Like she started off, Mike Shinoda does the sing, and then the entirety of the arena, packed arena, singing the whole song. And it was just like, this is what these concerts should be about. Like, this is fun. This was a great energy. It was a fun time. I really did enjoy it. And it started my whirlwind of concerts that I'm going to be going to. This Sunday, I'm going to Coheed, not Cambria.
Yeah, because remember...
Never Cambria.
No.
Never.
I love how you do the radio edit of it. Always Coheed.
Fuck Cambria.
Thank you. Before you continue with that, did they do any Fort Minor stuff while they were on stage?
Yes. So he did his bit when he was doing the crowd work. He kind of does his thing, talks to people, gives his hat away, and then he kind of walks around, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna do. I usually try to do, kind of like a verse, and let's see if I remember it." He starts doing a verse, and then it kind of leads into remember the name. So he did remember the name. He did his Fort Minor version of Where'd You Go, the one that is very somber.
Did he make the new lead singer sing the background female vocals for it?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. But they only did like the first verse and like so they didn't really like do the full songs with Fort Minor, but it was fun. Like I liked hearing Remember the Name, and that's a Fort Minor song that my daughter knows. So like she was way into that. Like,
how does she know that one?
I'm sure it's TikTok or I'm sure YouTube or whatever videos have those kinds of things. So
20% skill, 30% something of will. I'm forgetting.
Yep, you got all the lyrics.
Yeah.
It's
11% fame, something to remember the name. Yeah, it's been a while since I heard that song.
He didn't need his name up in lights. He just wants to be heard. Yeah. No, I get it.
By the way,
but yeah, that was fun.
It's been a while.
Had to say it. Go ahead.
So yeah, and then we waited for the crowd to kind of die down. My daughter had a friend with her mom that was in another section, so we kind of met up with her for a minute. They were all giggly. They, it's fun that they all got to go to a concert. And then I'm going to Coheed Fuck Cambria this weekend with Taking Back Sunday. Tuesday I'm going to see 9 Inch Nails, and then they just announced the Innings Fest. So back earlier this year, I went to Innings Fest. They announced the new lineup. And tomorrow I'll be buying tickets for me and my daughter to go see Blink 182.
Right. So you're going to get me a shirt, right?
February. I will get you a shirt.
Okay.
Then I might go see Cherry Pop and Daddies in November because I'm going to be down in Tucson. And then they're doing Punk Christmas here in Arizona, MXPX, Voodoo Glow Skulls, and a bunch of other like really
Voodoo
good
Glow
ska
Skulls.
bands.
I haven't seen them over 20 years. Like I saw them in the late 90s, early 2000s. Wow.
Yeah.
Good that they're still doing something.
Yeah, so we're going to do a Punk Christmas. The great thing about the Innings Fest with Blink 182 is one of the bands I'm a part of, and I'm excited about it.
Dude, that guy got fucking fat.
Yeah, he did. I was looking at pictures to find that picture as a joke, and like a lot of his early stuff, he's like a skinny looking dude.
I saw a video.
Like, emo punk hair, and then I looked at him and it's like, oh my God, he ate the band.
There was a video of him at a festival. And what was funny is while they take a moment, the band takes a moment, so he's talking to the crowd.
Yeah.
At another stage across the field is Pennywise playing.
I love Pennywise.
And you hearing the crowd going nuts for Pennywise, and it's dead silent while the guy from Bowling for Soup is talking. Because he's trying to rev the audience up for Phineas and Ferb.
Right.
That they're doing another season or something, or they're bringing it back. I forget what he was saying. But he's like, we did the theme song for one of the greatest animated shows of all time. I'm like, slow down. One, I know it's a good show. It's not one of the greatest of all time. Two, they go and they zoom in. His head is huge. His hair is too long to be as spiked up as it is. And then they zoom out. He's got those giant muscular fat guy legs, like where they wear shorts past the knee. But you can see how the calf
Big calves.
is shaped like a bowling pin. He's Oh my God, that guy is not long for this world. And I liked a lot of their stuff, but he is not long for this world. He is not taking care of himself.
So yeah, we got MXPX, Face to Face, The Vandals, Authority Zero, Voodoo Glow Skull, Slick Shoes, Urethane, Gen Pop, and Winter Haven. That's a show I definitely might, definitely want to go.
I never liked
That'll be a fun one.
MXPX.
I do.
I tried. They were always just such generic nonsense when you had bands like Mest and Goldfinger and, Real Big Fish at the time. And then a lot of the stuff coming out of like Asian Man Records out in the SoCal area. And you'd hear MXPX. I'm like, this just sounds like...
They're almost like poppy punk.
Yeah. It sounded like they used Pro Tools for everything,
Yeah.
So
I always liked them. Now there was a few albums that I really enjoyed.
There's a
I
band.
haven't listened to any new stuff.
There's a band I do enjoy, but I always forget about Face to Face.
Yeah,
their version of Popeye the Sailor Man is fantastic. I am a covers collector.
I'm not afraid of the choice I made. Yeah, I love Face to Face. Face to Face is great. The only thing that would make that lineup even better would be like Bad Religion, just to round out the old man Christmas in me.
Right as they're collecting ARP. Yeah.
So yeah, they're coming out here. So yeah, I'm gonna hit up a lot more shows.
Do you know what?
I'm enjoying having a kid that is into this kind of stuff,
right?
And wants to enjoy it, whether or not she knows every song or not. Like she gets into it. Like I put together a playlist of some Taking Back Sunday songs because she doesn't know anything from Taking Back Sunday. She's gonna see them on Sunday. So like it's nice that she wants to put in the work and really kind of be into this kind of stuff.
Right.
Whether or not she takes this and says, I'm going to love this the rest of my life, or she just like loves the live environment. It's nice to have that. And part of me feels excited for you to get to that point where you want to go do stuff with your kid and they can enjoy it as much as you do. Like right now, you could take a kid to something. She may remember it. She may not care. She may not, but when you get to that point, she was excited. She wanted to be there.
Au contraire, mon frere, because it's happening in about 2 weeks.
What are you doing in 2 weeks?
I still think this is a terrible idea.
Live crew concert.
I don't think. I mean, that just goes without saying. I loved when they used to appear on Yo Gabba Gabba, 2 Live Crew. It was fantastic. She wants to go see the Gabby's Dollhouse movie. The one I'm predicting is going to be $1 billion feature film because all those giant films they had for the summer tanked. I go, this movie is made probably on a cheap budget, is probably going to go the Minecraft route.
Yeah.
An unexpected sleeper that's going to, break the bank.
I'm sure it probably was made. It probably was made for very little, and it's just, whatever it makes, it's going to be a hit. Especially with the younger crowd. The
trailers are not even on television because she watches only the streaming stuff, and they've been Netflix for the kids program have been running the movie trailers in between episodes of kids programming on there, and her YouTube thing, that ad's playing all the time. So she freaked out because they show Gabby's mom for the first time, and then Kristen Wiig is playing the villain in the movie. And she's like, "Who's this? What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know. I haven't seen this movie. You're watching the trailer before I even see it." And I'm trying to explain, and she's like, she wants to watch it. You can't watch it here. Why can't? It's not available. You have to go to a place called a movie theater to watch it. She wants to go to the movie theater to watch the movie. I, again, think this is a bad idea because I'm going to spend a ton of money on a movie that she's going to last maybe 10, 15 minutes and want to leave.
Again, it's the memory of doing it.
Yeah, I know. Remember that time you cost your dad $50 because you wanted to go to the movie at least a year too early? I remember it. I'm never going to let you live that down. That's going to be part of my. That's going to be part of my speech right before her dance at her wedding. It's like, I want that $50 back. Go over to there, pull one of those envelopes out of that felt bag, and reimburse your dad for that movie that you cost me. But yeah, she wants to go see that movie, so we're going to go.
Nice. Hellraiser69 saying Unwritten Law, highly underrated. I love Unwritten Law. Like Teenage Suicide, that album I listened to like cover to cover. I saw them play at a Warped Tour that I snuck into. And I remember the crowd was going crazy. It was Pennywise, and then Unwritten Law was playing. And this was, I think, right after high school. we were in like a huge crowd, and this is where everyone was just kind of pushing on each other, and I got pinned underneath someone, and my leg was pinned up, and some dude behind me pushed the guy off, and I got up, and it was great. I was like, all right, great, this is fun, I'm having a great time. And then
that guy got off on Jordan.
He got off all over me. And then the bassist took off his hat and threw it out in the crowd, and this is one of those baseball moments where I took the guy in front of me, and I kind of bounced off his back, grabbed the hat before he can get it, and then like pushed him and then tried to make my way through the crowd. I don't know whatever happened.
That's not what happened. Jordan got a running start and drop kicked a child in order to get that hat, and then ran off with a victory thing, waving it in the air like you just don't care. I think I've only seen them. I might have seen them twice. I don't remember. I remember seeing them once in New York City, and they had a few other bands that were opening for them. It's like one of those indie or punk style shows where there's like 5 bands on the lineup, so you know that band's not going on till at least like 10 or 11. But there was a punk band called Swinging Utters.
I love Swinging Utters.
Okay, you do know them.
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, I listen to so much punk music. I think I snuck into the Warped Tour because I grabbed either like mustard plugs, like tour gear in the back, and walked it in with some friends. So like, yeah, I love all that stuff.
I'm trying to remember that song because I remember their name because it was such a ridiculous name, but I'm trying to remember the song.
Stupid Lullabies. The Librarians Are Hiding. Nowhere Fast. Don't Ask Why. I think what else. I can't think of anything that was like that had any real radio play.
No, they didn't. But you know, because they were at one point they were part of Fat Records. Mm-hmm. So you would get if you go into any show that had a Fat Records band, especially No Effects, they used to just throw samplers out all the time. Mm-hmm. Like for free, you could go pick them up at the merch table or something, or they were so ridiculously cheap, like $5 at most, and it had a dozen songs on the CD from bands that were, because punk songs were maybe 2 minutes at most at some point, to check out everybody that was on their label. So you would go out and buy their other stuff. So, I can't remember the song, but yeah, they don't. You just don't hear stories about punk bands and punk shows and ska stuff like that anymore.
There was a time when you and I and Rob and Giddles, we were all playing Sea of Thieves, and we would just put on like playlists.
Yeah.
And for like 1 or 2 nights in a row, we just kept playing punk music, and it was just like, oh my god, I forgot about this band. Oh my god, I forgot about this band, and it was such a great
time that we're just getting our asses kicked by Reaper 5s, and then we're sitting there listening to
No Effects.
No Effects. I was trying to think of an obscure band. Alistair, something like that. The Hippos, something. Well, good. I'm glad you had a good time out and about with your young one.
Definitely fun.
I didn't do any of that stuff. I'm dad taking her to her million activities during the week after school, so I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But I had some instances happen. And of course, when they happen, I bounce it off of Jordan to get a temperature for the situation and go, is this worth bringing to the show? And he goes, oh, yes. So
anytime he leaves the house.
Let me tell you the medical insurance bills story first. I don't know if I told you this or not.
I don't think I've heard this one.
Okay. So as it goes, sometimes you switch health insurance providers, be it for a job, or sometimes if you're paying for it on your own, you just find better deals because, you could be with a company forever, but they raise their rates, or they start eliminating things that they used to cover. So you got to go. It's like car insurance. You got to go and price shop, comparative shopping to see, get a better deal, what they cover, what they don't. So that time came around and I switched insurance companies, I think the beginning of June, and I have a different insurance company now. Well, there was the doctor I go to has a bunch of stuff in their facility there. So if you need to get blood work or something done, they do it in-house, right? So it was done and it was covered under my old insurance. So what happens is the technician that does the blood work is in the office, but they're not employees of the doctor. So it's a different outfit that it has to be built like the doctor. It all runs. The doctor bills you, but then the doctor bills the blood people, or the blood people bill the doc. I forget how that works, but it's like a step removed from the normal process. So there was 3 different things throughout the year, and the way this works is because they never sent a bill. Right? I'm not going to go and pay an amount if you don't send me the bill, because who would do that? Why would you? Right? So there were 3 different occurrences through the year, and they never sent a bill. But when it did finally come around, they're saying, hey, you have some, outstanding balances for these things. I said, okay, you never sent a bill. So I'm not going to go, well, this one was from March. Okay, it could still be from March. You did not send me a bill. Right. I'm not going to reach out to you. It's like, hey, are there anything I can pay for? Are there things I should be paying for? That's not my job. You send me the bill, and then it's my responsibility to pay for it. Not before then. Didn't send me the bill. So now I have to call the old insurance, and I, go over everything. So they still have to cover it because it was during the time they were covering me, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, here's what they're going to do. The way this works, because they were no longer my active medical insurance company, they got the detailed bill from the lab, right? And the insurance company would cut me checks each time they got the bill to the insurance, send me the checks, and then I'm supposed to hand over the checks to that lab to pay the bill. Right. Why that insurance company couldn't pay the bill, the company directly, I don't know. I think it was because I'm not actively with them anymore. So it has to go that way. I get the checks and I have them, and they're sitting, on the desk. I don't do anything with them. I'm not going to, I cash them into the account instead of sending those checks over with my signature to the labs because they have not billed me. Do you want to take a guess when I actually got the bills?
Probably within this last couple days.
They showed up on Saturday.
Jesus.
I got the bills. And again,
when did you get the blood work done?
The first round was in March.
Oh, wow.
Right? So, but I'm fine. It was just my doctor's very thorough with this stuff. So, and then there were 2 other things too. One bill was like $100-something. The other one was in the $600, and the third one was over $1,300. Insurance company sent me the money, but I didn't send it to the lab because they did not send me a bill. I have no organization. I have no proof. I'm just not going to blindly transfer money to them. Mm-hmm. I get the bills on Saturday. Monday morning, they're calling me. I don't know. I have my ringer off. I'm sleeping. They're calling me at 8-something in the morning to
went to bed
to collect about this. I didn't know it, didn't see it, didn't recognize the number because it's one of those numbers that doesn't have a name on it. So I'm not answering it. I can't be bothered. Another number calls me, I guess, another day, and I don't know what it is. One time I'm doing something, I have my phone, and the phone rings, and there's a number, and for some reason I go, all right, I'll answer this and see what it is. The lady gets on the phone, of a certain persuasion, I'll say, and a really shitty attitude.
Does she match any of your Post-its?
No, but she might match a Post-it that we're looking to get because somebody told me that would be cool if we had those kind of Post-it notes.
Gotcha.
So she's calling me and she's like, Mr. Nagel, I'm from such and such. And I go, okay, what is that? She goes, excuse me? I go, yeah, I don't know what that is. What is that? This is the company, you had blood work and other lab stuff done that we have bills here. I go, okay. I'm like, yeah, I don't know the name, but okay. And she was like kind of annoyed that I didn't know who this company was.
Don't you know who I am?
No, it wasn't even her. There was no way in hell I'd give a shit who she was. But she just seemed annoyed the entire time that she's calling me. And obviously, she's a bill collector for them. And she's like, she goes, you have 3 outstanding amounts that you owe. And she starts listing like the itemized list on this stuff. And I said, could you hold on a second? And she goes, sir, hold on. Told me to hold on while she kept reading the list. And I interrupted her. I go, could you hold on a second, please? She goes, yes. I go, I don't care about any of this. She goes, but sir, you have 3 bills here. I go, and that's fine. Did you send me these bills? And she goes, you haven't paid these. I go, right, because you have not sent me the bills. Sir, these bills were just sent out. And I went and looked over and I go, wait, is it this and this? And then she goes, yes, and there's a third one too. I go, okay. I said, I do love how you photocopied this, but made sure to highlight angrily certain parts of each bill here to make it known that I owed this. She goes, well, sir, they're not delinquent. What are they called? I forgot the term she used, but it's when you're past payment or something on there, right? And I go, I'm looking at this here, and I go, I'm not past payment because this is the first bill you've sent me. And then she starts to lecture me, sir, when you had this stuff here and the thing with the insurance company, they were, and she's reading this list to me about how they were sending me, like it was the whole procedure list. Mm-hmm. I go, could you hold on a second? And she goes, yes, sir. She's giving me a fucking attitude that I'm almost ready to hang up on her.
Hung up,
right?
On her.
I go, ma'am, again, I have them right here. I didn't pay this on purpose because you never sent me a bill for any of those things. I am not going to just transfer money to you and call you up and say, what do I owe you? It doesn't work like that. If they don't send me a bill, I don't pay it. And that doesn't make me delinquent. You have not sent me a bill.
Right.
You just told me a bill was just sent out. Her words confirming it on this probably pre-recorded phone call. She goes, you should have, they were just sent out. And I said, oh yeah, is it this? I read these. Yes. I just got them Saturday. This is now Tuesday because I didn't see her message or bother to check it on Monday. And I go, you didn't send me the bill. I'm not going to pay a bill that you don't send me the statement for. When she goes, well, and then they pull this shit too. Well, you can log on. I don't have an account with you. I'm not setting up an account with you. She goes, you got your blood work done through this doctor? And yes, I did that all in-house. I am not setting up an account with your specific lab to monitor if I owe you anything. It should be covered now it's covered directly with my current health insurance. This was because my health insurance changed in June. So this was all stuff leading up to the new company taking over. The new company seems to be pretty good. The new company doesn't want to talk to me. They just pay everything out so that they don't have to talk to me, which I'm perfectly fine with that relationship. So the collector's going, if it wasn't for her shit attitude, I know she probably has a terrible job. I understand that, but that's, again, not my problem. That's the life you chose. She's lecturing me on bills I haven't paid. I'm trying to explain to her again, you didn't send it to me till just now. Well, sir, I'm going to give you an address to mail oh no, I'm not doing that. Excuse me? I'm not mailing the checks to you. Why? Because I already cashed them out. Well, those checks were for us. I said, yeah, she gave me a link. I said, I'll go online and pay you. I don't need to hand this over to you. I don't know if this lady doesn't understand how finances work, but every other company, even organization, municipalities, we talked about the thing with the water bill where they didn't have a record that I paid the fucking bill. I had to show them the receipt that they were trying to penalize me for. And I go, this was already paid.
Oh my God, I had to do that. You just reminded me, my daughter's school sent me an email the other day saying I hadn't paid all her fees for her classes. And I'm like, bullshit. So I had to email back with the receipts like you did and said, here, and here.
Yeah.
Where am I wrong? And then days went by and I finally got an email back. You're right, sir. Sorry about that. I'm just like,
yeah, it's happening more and more. They're pushing you off a paperless. It's like, it's convenient to do it online. Then they don't have record of this shit.
Yeah.
And I don't understand that. I mean, a brief recap, my thing with the water bill was that I had paid it. I don't go in and do it online because they charge you all these convenience fees, service fees, whatever. And it's not far from me. I'll just drive the couple minutes over to the town hall or whatever the building is and physically pay them, which they don't like. They do not like the fact that you do that and you're not doing it online.
Money. Gross.
Yeah. Or they have to do something for their job. This is the same thing. So, back to the bill collector here, I guess, for the medical stuff. So she's like, those checks were for us. I go, yeah, I cashed them because you never sent me a bill. I'm not going to sit here with checks because also, if you don't know, some checks expire.
Yeah,
They put dates on them, especially if they're coming from an insurance organization, a corporation, whatever. You have what, maybe 60, 90 days? They tell you.
Usually 90.
Right.
We deal with that in the school finance, stuff like that. We send checks out to people sometimes.
So I took it, deposited into an account that it could sit there, and it'll just sit there until I actually have to use it. That's what that account is for. It's just I dump money in there, and I never touch it unless I have to make a payment. It's just to sit there so that it's there when needed. So she's kind of sort of lecturing me about the check thing. And I go, I'll pay it directly to you. I don't care. Well, all right, we're sending you an email with this thing here. And I'm sitting there and I go, this all could have been done through an email. The bill could have been sent to me through an email. You mailed me photocopies highlighted in the mail to pay instead of sending me an email. What company, what organization in modern times doesn't send you an email or a link to log into your account that has an invoice posted there?
Right.
This is still a very archaic way they're doing that. And then they're yelling at me that I didn't send them. I didn't mail them a check. Not doing that either. Sorry. So sends me the link and everything. I go, all right, it'll be taken care of. I hang up the phone. Later that day, I went and paid it all at once. It came to a little over $2,000. I forgot what it was. A little over $2,000. So I just marked every bill on the thing there. Boom, put my information in, paid it off in one shot. It was done. They call me yesterday. And you know what? I think I have a voicemail from this lady.
Oh, did they leave you a voicemail? Oh, no.
I do. Because she called again a little later on.
Sir, did you get our payment?
Yeah.
That check was ours, sir.
Let me see if this is it. Yeah, this is it. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Is it
Mr. Nagel.
Is it not coming through? No, it's not. Hold on. Patch to there, to there, to there, to this.
What, Erik? Nagel?
Can you hear that?
Oh my God! Did they say it the way I just said it? That's
yeah. This is the lady with the
I've
attitude.
never heard this.
All right, so you are hearing it. Okay.
Yeah, I am now.
Let's back it up again here.
I was just joking about how they would pronounce your name, but they did it.
What, Erik? Nagel? This is Sheila calling again from X.
Let me beep that out.
And I am actually trying to reach out to you pertaining to some checks that was mailed to you from your insurance company. What I'm looking at here, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah.
I left you a voice message on 9-3. This is pertaining to several checks that has been mailed out to you going back since March 4th.
All right. Well, you get the idea, right?
Oh my gosh, she sounds like she's out of breath.
Yeah, and she's fucking annoyed by this whole thing here. So I make the payment, whatever.
You made the payment.
Yeah, I made the payment.
What is her problem?
So this voicemail she leaves me, I listen to it, I just delete it. I go, I have a receipt. I paid it. I don't give a shit.
Where's our check, Mr. Nagel?
What they do is they change the name on the phone sometimes.
Hired goons.
No, hired goons.
Hired.
I get a phone call, and it makes it look. Yeah, this is a different number, and it's the same person, so they're using.
Hey, was it looking at Blue Cross Blue Shield?
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like she needs to be the one that's getting all these fucking physicals and blood tests done.
Right, she breathes way too into the phone way too hard. It's a big red dot.
Oh yeah. So it says sheriff something on there, and I'm thinking, police department. I'll answer the phone if it's a police department. I pick it up. It's this lady again, this thing, and she's sitting there and she's really like kind of mad, and she goes, "Sir, we talked to you the other day. You said you were going to pay these bills, and you still." And then she starts reading the list again. I go, "Could you stop?" And she goes, "Excuse me." I go, "I don't need your fucking telemarketer speech. I know what you're going to say." I said, when you called on the thing, I told you the bills just came. And I also explained to you the reason why these weren't paid is because you never sent bills. And you confirmed the bills were only recently sent. So I just got them. It's not like you have proof proof that they sent this to me many months ago that I've either ignored or didn't get or whatever. You confirmed that they just sent them to me, and I confirmed to you I just received them. You're giving me shit like I've been avoiding paying this bill for these bills for the longest time. That was not the case. I go, and in fact, I already paid this bill the second I got off the phone with you. And she goes, we don't have record of this. I go, well, I have record of this here. And I start, opening up my email to get the code and everything, the confirmation information and stuff like that. And she goes, well, I'm not seeing it. And she goes, hold on a second. And I go, what? And she goes, all right, I'm going into the system here. Let me look. Like, she's trying to figure out how to get into the system now while I'm on the phone. And she goes, all right, so let's start with the first. But I go, no, we're not doing this. She wanted to go through this with me manually over the phone because she goes, okay, let's start with the first bill. I think it was Bill because I cut her off at that point. I go, no, we're not doing this. We're not running down the itemized list. I said, I have the confirmation code. I put it here. She goes, when did you pay this? And I said, the last night or something like that. I guess it could take up to 24 hours to show up in their system, which I've never heard of that. It's always 24 hours to 48 hours for you to get a refund on something. It's never 24.
Take your money.
It's never 24 hours to confirm they got the payment right away.
Yeah, that should be almost instantaneous.
So for whatever reason, this is happening, and it's not in their system. And she wants to go over this thing. I go, I'm not doing this, right? And she goes, well, we have to go and check. I hung up the phone. And I go, fuck this. The bill's paid. I have a confirmation. Let her deal with this shit. Now, I'm not purposely trying to be a dick, but fuck, I know how.
Oh, she's got an attitude.
Yeah,
she deserves
she
what she
started
gets.
from the very first phone call that's how it happened. So, whatever. I have my confirmation that it was paid. I could log into their system if I set up an account, which I'm not going to do, to confirm when it's in their system. But I have the receipt, I have the number, I have everything else, and I also have the bank statement that shows that the money was paid out of my account. So I'm good. I'm covered. I hung up the phone. I'm not dealing with them anymore. I have not heard back from them, but fuck that.
Mr. Nigel, I need to read this.
We're not doing this. Sorry. We moved on. We're not doing that. I just hung up on Jordan like I hung up on that old bag. I was laughing to myself. I wrote that down and I go, I've never heard of anybody having bill problems that paid their bills. This is the second bill occurrence that I've had.
She wanted those checks. Like, she didn't want you to pay it. She wanted them physical checks.
Almost like she was going to pocket the money away from the lab company.
Right.
So.
It only works.
Everything was paid. The bills, when they got here, I took care of them. And it's their fault that they waited several months to send me actual information in order to pay the bill itself. Again, nobody's going to just willingly contact a company and say, how much do I owe you?
I've never heard of that. Like, if I don't hear from you, it doesn't exist. And then, because right now, like, I've got a doctor's visit tomorrow to follow up on my daughter's broken finger. Like, I'm sure I'll get a bill in the mail.
Right.
Unless I have a copay that I got to pay right then and there. But, like, I'm not going to actively reach out and be like, do I pay you? Like, what do I owe? No, you send me the bill. And then I pay you.
Yeah.
Jared the Geek says, was she Roz from Monsters, Inc.?
Could be.
Mike Wazowski.
She could be Roz from Night Court. Same kind of demeanor. No fucking attitude. That snark, that sass, that like I'm not putting up with dumb white boy shit. It wasn't dumb white boy shit. I'm just not giving you money willingly until you send me a proof of a bill that I can keep for my own records. For all of that stuff.
I'm going to need those checks and a pack of Newports.
I get annoyed when I want a receipt on things and they give you an attitude. Well, I can't get the receipt. Well, you better find a way to go into your system and get a receipt.
Right.
You know, if you go to places that only have that iPad thing that they spin around just so it says, do you want to leave a tip?
No,
and
I don't.
No, I don't. And then you like, can I get a receipt? Oh, and they don't know how to print out the receipt because they just keep hitting the buttons to move on. I need
always
the
like
receipt.
Confusing people with cash. They're like, oh shit, what do I do with this?
Right.
It's like, you put it in the register, you give me my change.
Or that bullshit reverse psychology they use. It's like, it's cheaper. You'll save money if you pay with cash. It used to be, if you go to the gas pumps, you're like, paying cash was this price. Paying with a credit card was like 10 cents more because of the processing, whatever. Now they said, well, you can save money if you pay with cash. Not that, if you want to use that, it's 10. You got to use your credit card. There's 10 cents more on that thing. They reversed it. They kept the same fucking scam going because they don't want to pay the credit fees for processing it, which should be the cost of doing business. It should be. But alas, it's not. All right, so that's issue number 1. Issue number 2. This is a doozy. So, a couple Fridays ago, I get a phone call from a network. And they reach out to me and they said, hi, we got your number from such and such. And we would like to talk to you about something. Can you come in today? Friday morning. And I said, this is before school started, so I still have my kid. I'm for the day. And I go, I can't. I got my daughter here. I can't come into the city. They said, well, could you do next week? And I said, I could do next week, or I could do a phone call or a Zoom right now if you want. And no, we want you to come in. Could you do Monday at 12? Okay, I'll be there Monday at 12. All right, great. So I'm expecting, I have the weekend. I'll go into the city on Monday and go to their offices and have the meeting, right? Well, then Sunday comes around, Sunday afternoon, and I get an email saying that they need to postpone and reschedule the meeting for Tuesday. Okay, fine, whatever. Now I got to just change some plans around, but okay, fine. Tuesday, I work around my other, work stuff and what I got to do. I'll be there Tuesday. Get up Tuesday, go in, meeting's at 12 o'clock. I get in there to the city. I constantly forget why I hate going into Manhattan anymore, but there I am. Normally I would take the subway, but they're on the Far East Side. So subways don't really run like that. So I just said, you know what? Instead of trying to figure it out, I'll just take a cab. And a cab one way from Penn Station to that thing was like $26. And I sent a photo of the receipt to Jordan. I said, this is what we have to deal with now. And you get the basic meter charge and then all these other charges under that. Surplus charge, convenience charge, congestion charge.
So the rate for you was $14.
Oh, you have it.
I have it.
Okay.
They tack on another $2.50 for congestion surcharges. Right. You got the CBD tolls of 75 cents, state surcharge of 50 cents, another $1 for improvement charges, another $3.95 tax tip, whatever. Your total one way from the train station to your destination, $23.60.
One way.
1.9 miles.
Yeah. Manhattan is such a fucking crock of shit. So I get over there. I got some time. I get up. I walk up there. Meet who I'm supposed to at this network. Go to their office, and we're having a meeting. And they know of me. They know of my work and all other stuff. Like I came recommended by other people and what have you. So they wanted to talk to me about this management position that they had. And I was like, oh, that's great. Well, the time that I talked with this guy, I'm going to say 20 minutes. Okay. 18 of those minutes was him telling me about the place, the network, the syndicated programming they have, things that how they run syndication differently for shows that go out on the weekends as opposed to shows that go out during the weekdays, and all of this stuff ties to other syndicators. Like it's a whole bunch of radio company stuff, network company stuff, TV company stuff. Like it's a lot in one place. 2 minutes of it, the last 2 minutes, they start to tell me about the job position. And it's a management position. It's below this guy's level. I'd report to this guy, but then I'd be the next one there, and then other stuff would report to me, other personnel, departments, shows, all of this stuff. Oh, that's great. We're just starting to talk about this, and a knock on the door. Somebody pops their head in. I guess the president of the company and some other higher ups or whatever is there. They're in the conference room. They need this guy to come in to talk about something. I forget exactly what the other guy said, but it's like, we need you to explain it since you were overseeing that. And he goes, right now we're in the middle of something. And they go, yes, now you got to go. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'll be a couple minutes. I apologize. I go, okay, it's fine. Happens. He goes off to his meeting. So now I'm sitting there in this office, kind of a glass office. So I can see out the windows down to, the streets of Manhattan. I can see out the office to the hallways. I can see down to where there's studios, the TV studios, the radio studios, all of this stuff. And I want you to guess how long I sat in this guy's office before somebody came to talk to me.
I've been in these kinds of situations. I think at most I've ever waited was like maybe 20 minutes.
Now, you know the answer because I talked to you off air about this.
Shh. Don't pull back the curtain too much.
I sat in this person's office for an hour and 30 minutes.
I don't know how you didn't just walk out after.
I was so ready to start kicking shit and knocking stuff off this guy's desk. An hour and a half. Nobody said a word. Nobody came in. I was debating on leaving, but this seemed like a really good opportunity. Mm-hmm. Again, I didn't seek this out. I didn't even know this was available. They contacted somebody else to get my information to contact me and had this whole scenario thing made up, designed, I guess, for me there. So that's the only reason I stayed. Finally, guy comes in and says, I'm so sorry. He's like, we're not even close to being done. I was coming back. He's like, we'll just do a phoner. And I'm staring at this guy, not like with any emotion on my face, but it's the kind of stare that looks like it's piercing somebody's soul. Mm-hmm. And I stuck my hand out and grabbed his hand and shook his hand while not breaking eye contact. And I go, we'll reschedule this. And I took my stuff and I left. I walked out. Now, I'm livid because you made me come all the way back into Manhattan, and they're not an easy place in Manhattan to get to. It's rather a fucking pain in the ass to get to this place. I go in there. I was nothing but courteous. I barely even said anything. That guy was just talking for 20 minutes about all the different levels of operations and stuff they got going on. Less than 2 minutes about what my job was actually going to be that they were going to pitch me before he got yanked out. And I sat there for an hour and a half. So I'm leaving. I talked to a couple people, one of them being Jordan, because I was so pissed about this. And then
to get it out.
And then I sent you another or told you about the cab ride back being equally expensive.
Well, originally what had happened was you were like so livid about it. You're like, do you have a minute to talk? I'm in the cab on the way back to the train station. You didn't even want to like get settled. You were like, you need to call or I need to call you. We got to talk. And I was like, well, I just finished up something. Let's go ahead and get it. Enough time happened between your message and when we actually talked is that, yes, you had another fun cab ride from where you were to the train station.
Right. So I'm talking to you all the way back to the train station. I get back on the train. I get to my car. I go home. I'm waiting for end of business day because I'm like, I'm going to have to hear from this guy at some point.
Hold it. Before we go that far, let's go back. Okay. What happened in the cab? Because this was another incident that just threw more gasoline on
the
this
cab driver almost ran into another car. Was it that?
I think so. Oh, yeah. It was that. And then at the end of the ride, when you had to pay, you didn't do something and he was not too happy about it.
Remind me, what did I...
Tip.
Oh, yeah, because he almost hit another car. He wasn't paying attention and slammed on his brakes, and I went forward, almost hitting that bulletproof plastic divider that they had there, and I had my hands up, and I go, dude, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, sorry. He's like, he waves it off like no big deal. We're this close to the other car. I swear I thought we hit the other car, but we didn't.
You were telling me, I think he was on his phone.
Yeah. He had his. I think I just said that, didn't I? He was on his phone. Because if we would hit something, I would have popped out. I'm not paying for this cab ride. If you're on your phone not paying attention, fuck you. Trying to collect that from me. I don't know why I'm cursing so much. But there was that, and then we a couple blocks away from there, we're at Penn Station. He drops me off, and I'm like, the tip thing. I'm not tipping you. You weren't even paying attention. You almost got us into an accident. So I get up and leave, and that guy wasn't happy, and I didn't give a fuck about that. All right, so now I'm home. I wait till end of business day. I get no text. I get no emails. Nothing. Again, this guy or this company got my personal information off somebody else because that person contacted me and said, hey, such and such at this company asked for your information. I didn't think it would be a problem if I gave him, your phone number. And I said, no, that's fine. I understand. And he's like, oh, let me know what happens on that. Yeah, absolutely. I will. Well, I didn't call that person. I didn't tell them because I don't know what's going on here. End of business day, 5:30-ish, right? Nothing. No email, no text. I'm livid. I'm just sitting there silently stewing on this. I go, what the fuck was that all about? Like, that was blatant disrespect to why. And again, it wasn't me tracking them down and trying to force a job interview that I wore them down to come in there and do that. I didn't know this was even a thing. They reached out to me. They told me it was important for me to come into the city to meet with everybody in person. I didn't meet with everybody. I met with one person and then sat in an office by myself for an hour and a half. So next day comes around. I get up in the morning, no email, no missed call, no text, no nothing. I wait till about midday and I, text and email at the same time to this guy and said, hey, don't really understand what happened yesterday, but I understand things happen. Please let me know when we can continue our talk.
Because this was a conversation you and I had, and we kind of went back and forth on whether or not you should be the one to reach out to them.
I wasn't going to, but I was advised by a couple people that it's like, don't say anything, because my instinct was ready to deal with this, and I didn't. And I was still on the fence on whether or not you should have been the one to reach out to them.
Like, my thing was like, look, at this point, they were courting you. They screwed you over. Wait for them. I didn't want to. Yeah. I told you, I am not doing this. They can contact me after this bullshit. But one of the consultants that we deal with told me what to do, and that I waited the right amount of time that I should just send something courteous over. Sure. I did not want to, but that's why I have people around me to advise me on some other things. Okay. Cowboy courteous over here. And then that could be hold on, let me write that down too. Cowboy courteous. That's why I have people around me for that. So, the consultant that I was speaking with was advising me what to do. The guy who manages my stuff here called him. And by the way, I'll tell you that phone call in a moment. He tells me what to do, how to handle this. That was on a Tuesday. Wednesday, midday, I send that email and that text. Still hear nothing. Thursday comes around. I'm like, fuck them all. But the person who gave them my phone number asked, hey, so what happened with that? Because this person can be tied to some things. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't think this is going to happen. What? Really? Why not? And I send the full explanation. And the response back, so I can quote it directly. The response was,
What? That's terrible. What a lack of professionalism and respect. I'm sorry to hear this. Not this person's fault.
Right.
You know? Time goes by. Couple weeks goes by. I don't hear from them. Now, in between this time here, the manager guy I got for it, not Hollywood agent Rob Stark, but a different person. And they were away on vacation. It was the last week of August with the family and everything. And he said, can we revisit this right after Labor Day? And I want to hear everything. Yes, that's fine. So after Labor Day comes around, I go on a conference call. I'm talking with them and I'm explaining the whole thing. And he's just staring at me and he's not making any expression. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling the story and I'm sitting there and I'm like, did I do something wrong? I didn't say anything. Like there was no way I could think I did anything wrong. He's leaning back. This is such a fucking genius corporate power move. Just sitting back like this, listening. It looks like they're disinterested, right? And I get so this doesn't work for the radio people, but I'll try to describe it. He's back like this, just sitting there listening. Doesn't say anything. Leans over slowly like this, and he goes, let me tell you a story. Now, I know this is bad because he's now telling me a story after me telling him the story. And he's telling me a story that's somewhat similar to this. And he met with the president of a television network. This guy used to work in network television, used to work in network, a whole bunch of different things. He had a meeting with the president of a network, and they were kind of soliciting him to come over to their company. And the guy got pulled out of their meeting, was gone for like 20 minutes or something, but came back. They finished the conversation. The guy asked my manager stuff, I need a one-page treatment on some of these concepts and things you were talking about if he took over. Let me know. Okay. He sends it over there. Next day, doesn't hear from the guy. But if you know anything about how the corporate world works, if you know the assistants, you know everything that's going on in the company. Mm-hmm. He knows all the assistants. So he reaches out to this person's assistant and speaks to her, and he's like, what's going on? She goes, nothing. I think he's around here. I haven't seen him today, but he's around here. He was here yesterday. He goes, yeah, no, I was there yesterday. I had the meeting. He goes, he asked for this one thing here. He was supposed to call me in the morning. Do you know where she was looking for him? Couldn't find him. He said, to this day, I have never heard back from that guy. And that was 20 something years ago. He goes, Jesus. They brought him in. He was working at another network at the time and brought him in for this thing here. And he got that. And he goes, that was half an hour. And then the guy goes to me on the thing and goes, he's like, your story's worse than mine. He's like, there's no way I would have sat there for an hour and a half like that. And he goes, but you did. With that. And he goes, and then you never heard back from them? No. And I said, do you think this is where I tag you in? I'm like, do you make the phone call over there now? Because he only comes in if there's deals being made, right? He doesn't do the other stuff. And I go, is this something where you step in? And he goes, to be honest with you, and he goes, I don't. He's like, would you even want to work there now after this? I said, no, not really. But if the money is as good as I thought it was going to be, I'd have to at least entertain it, right? So we're talking for a little bit, and he advised me, he's like, I think you should, this is just a story that you have to let it go and then move on from this, and you're probably better off. Okay, fine. But that's not enough for me. I got to talk to people, whose opinions I value and I trust. You're one of them, family members, etc. And I bounced it through a few other people, and I was getting similar answers to handling this situation. And then I forgot about it. Like I managed to just let it go and moved on and was doing other things. I was, my kid just started school, the school year, was doing a bunch of other stuff. So I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. It took me several days to get that out of me because I was a less level-headed person would have been throwing shit and punching stuff and screaming or whatever like that. But I was focusing inward and I was just, what you're waiting for Bruce Banner to change into the Hulk. I finally let it go. This week.
Of all weeks.
Tuesday, I get an email. Let me see if I can pull it up here. listen to how casual this sounds. Hey, Eric, I'm so sorry. Let's please connect tomorrow afternoon. Call me at 1 p.m. From that company, from that network, from the guy.
Me, by the way.
Huh?
Like, call me, not, hey, let's schedule something. I'll give you a call.
Yeah.
You call me.
Yeah.
You do the work. This is the most effort I'm putting into this.
They ghosted me, to coin a phrase, while in the middle of the interview that they asked me to come and have with them.
Correct.
Once again, I did not initiate any of this. I did not reach out to them. Nothing. They sought me out for this. Again, this is like 2-3 weeks after the incident happened. Hey, Eric, I'm sorry. Let's please connect tomorrow afternoon. Call me at 1 p.m. Wow. No sense of remorse. No sense of any kind of courtesy in this thing. So let's skip to Wednesday of this week. Before the Charlie Kirk thing took over. 1 p.m. Or maybe, the Charlie Kirk thing had already happened. I don't remember. The timeline was sketchy yesterday. But 1 o'clock was when I was told to call. They should be calling me. But I called at 1 o'clock. I get voicemail. I leave a voicemail. I went, hey, Eric Nagel here, per your email, to call you at 1 p.m. Call me back. 2:04, I get a text message from the guy. Hey, Eric, call you right now. 6 more minutes go by.
Hey, Eric, you up?
Yeah. 6 more minutes go by. And I'm sitting there, what? What? I'm beyond flabbergasted on this. I just send back a question mark. A minute later, the guy calls. Hey, Eric, where'd you go? What's going on? How you doing? You said to call. I cut him off. I'm not doing small talk with this guy. I said, you said to call. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try. The best that I can recall this, I'm going to speak in his cadence as how he said this to me. Oh, yeah. Well, first off, sorry about, what happened there. That's unprofessional. That's totally on me. Number 2, and I went, he's now moved on to number 2. That was not an apology. There was nothing sincere about that. Like, already, I'm like, again, is it fuck this guy again the second time with this? That you're being disrespectful again with this? Oh yeah, that's on me. Second of all, I know we called you in for that job that we had for you and everything. Well, unfortunately, we decided to keep the guy that was already in that position, which, by the way, they were shit-talking that guy 6 ways to Sunday, to coin a phrase, while I was in that meeting, saying this guy was a mistake. He was terrible at what he was doing here. That's why they heard it. I was available. They would like to talk to me about doing some of this stuff. And I'll give you at least the genre. It's talk programming. This network has a bunch of different talk shows and stuff like that. So that's what they were bringing me in for. We decided to keep that. And he goes, but yeah, we didn't come to that decision till yesterday. And I went, well, that's convenient. And he goes, what? I go, oh, I get an email from you yesterday when you decided that you're keeping this guy. That's convenient. I'm about ready to say, what was the point of calling you, right? Oh, I mean, because like I'm calling you to get the rejection after you fucked me over the last time. Now to tell me that job doesn't exist that you had picked me for.
I'm wondering if he had sent that email before they made that decision or after.
I have no idea, nor do I care. Because number 3, he goes, third, yeah, we have something, on the weekends overseeing shows and stuff like that. It's a part-time thing. I don't know if you'd be interested in, and I hit the hang up button. Now, normally I wouldn't be. I think I was beyond professional all the way up to this point. I really was biting my tongue and being, because it's business. You got to separate personal from business, right? But I think I was beyond professional up until that point. That you were offering me this pretty high level management position at first. Now to tell me, oh yeah, we're not doing that, but there's a part-time weekend position managing shows.
I just imagine this guy's on the phone and he goes, and third, and then rips off his mask, and it's that lady from the insurance company. She goes, I got you on the phone again, Eric. I need those bills.
And third, he rips off the mask. It's Chester Bennington.
Oh no.
It's like, damn you kids. You foiled my plans once again. That's a callback. So yeah, he goes there. Well, it's a part-time thing. And as soon as I heard that, I hung up the phone.
Yeah, there's no reason.
And guess what? I didn't get a text. I didn't get an email. I will never be reaching out to them again. And I have calls tomorrow with my management stuff to talk to them and tell them what was going on. Because I want this guy's name out there, not publicly. Because we've seen how people handle things publicly. But I want this situation out there within industry circles about what this company's doing, how this person has handled all of this stuff. And I mean, look, it's a fact, not just the TV industry, the radio industry, a lot of industries, people are getting fucked over by not. A lot. I mean, there's countless news stories. You can go online and read them. You can watch CBS and NBC and all that stuff and see these pieces that the majority of the people out there trying to apply for jobs don't get a response. They don't get a confirmation. They don't even get a rejection. It's all walks of life, not just like the media and the entertainment industry. All walks of life. Everyone's getting the same bullshit thing. And the fucking gall that companies have now, where if they got to get somebody into a position, it's like, well, we got to get the person left who was doing that job. We got to get somebody in there. Okay, well, that job's only worth $45,000, but that's not what we were paying the other guy. I know, but that's what we're paying for this job now. No one's going to take that. It doesn't matter. You could be grossly underqualified or overqualified. It doesn't matter. They just view as that job is only worth the amount that we're saying. I don't care what body's in there. It used to be, well, this is what we're looking to pay for that job, but depending on the candidate or who's available, and you go, oh my God, we could get that person to come in here, then you make concessions. You negotiate. They don't even do that anymore. At least not, unless you're at a super high level, they don't do it. They're just like, well, that job's worth this. Either you take it or you don't, somebody else will. And if they don't, here's the third part to it. And I've heard these stories too. It's still getting done. We don't know who's covering it, but the job's still getting done. So we're not in a rush to fill that position, if we will at all, because somebody's doing the job. So as long as it keeps getting done, we have no problem. And the people who are doing all these other jobs, again, doesn't matter what industry, are doing these jobs because they're afraid they're going to lose their job if they don't do all that extra work for no pay, no compensation.
Right.
That's how everyone's being treated right now. And there's only so much that I'm willing to take. And I think I took way more than I should have for this scenario.
Right.
But again, I'm being professional. I don't want it out there that, oh, he's terrible to work with. Oh, that he's difficult in whatever. On air, I could give two fucks what you think about our on-air content. You know, if you want to judge me based on O&A, you want to judge me based on the stuff we do here, you want to judge me based on any of the other properties I used to work with. That's one thing. That's entertainment. You can't judge, well, he was on that shitty TV show, so we can't hire him for this movie. That's not how it works. But if you hear behind the scenes, he was terrible to work with on that television show, and it's like, why would we bring him to our movie set if he's that difficult and he's known in those circles for being difficult? That's the stuff that's important. I have a great reputation within the business for a lot of things. And I've helped out other people who were way more successful than me. And I've helped out a lot of people that were not as successful as me. But I'm known for a bit of a fixer If they need to come in, if people lose their radio jobs and they got to set up a foundation to do their podcast, their live streaming, their subscription based, Jordan knows the stories of all that stuff there. They hire me to set everything up. And if they want to keep me on after they're sufficient, then that's great. If not, that's fine. I did my job. You paid me for what it was. What am I supposed to do here at this point? I'll never work for that company unless something drastically changes. Because here's something else that I forgot to mention. I had discussions with people in the business and in these situations, and they said, well, if they come around, they're offering you a job, are you going to take it? I said, well, not at the salary that they're going to offer. Well, what if they offer, if it's this amount here? And I go, that's fine. That's still not sufficient. Well, you're going to ask for more? I said, no. I said, whatever. If the salary is worth taking, right? I said, okay, but how are you going to make this right? Excuse me? That's what you want to offer? Okay, that doesn't sound bad, but what are you going to do on top of that? That's going to be the point of that determines where we go forward or not. It's like, all right, that's what you're offering. Great. What are you doing to fix this scenario here? You need to compensate me for all this bullshit because I am not going into a position like that where if I took that job, they know, that shit we did before he even started here? We can do that to him now. That sets a very bad precedent.
I was going to say, I think both Rob and I, after the first incident where you waited in the office, we both said, look, whatever they're going to offer you, add X percent.
Oh, yeah.
Add more.
And then my manager said the same thing. He's like, well, we'd have to negotiate at that point. I go, oh, yeah, we are. I'm like, because it could be a good six-figure salary, right? But that's not going to be good. What are you going to do on top of that? What? Well, you got to, it's not even, it's not fair. What perks are you going to give me for fucking me over before I even had the job? It's another thing if I got screwed over while working at the company, you have heard those stories.
Yeah, everyone's been through it.
You're not doing that to me before I sign a contract to come in. So if this is what you were going to offer, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like make me want to work for you.
Yeah, what are you going to do to make this even? Because we can come to an agreement on something professionally. All right, we're now going to sign this contract, and we'll start with a clean record, a level playing field, and go on from there. But not before.
No.
But I don't think that's even that's happening now because the second he's like, well, we have a part-time thing. You were considering me for upper management on something, and now you're like, oh, do you want to do a part-time thing? No.
Here's their scraps.
No, thank you. So, that's what it is. I don't know who they're going to fill out. I wish I knew the person who currently has the job right now, so I could just reach out and tell them and go, hey, guess what they did during the 2 weeks you were off on family vacation at the end of the summer? Because going into Labor Day and everything is a dead zone for advertising, for radio, for TV. Like everybody's gone. Those last 2 weeks, everybody in the industry, unless they have a movie that they have to do something with at the end of the summer, they're all gone. You won't hear from anybody till after Labor Day. So that guy was gone during that time. If I ever, I'm not going to seek him out. I'm not petty like that. But if I had known at the time, I'd be hovering over finding his Facebook profile and sending him a message and just saying, hey, guess what they were doing while you were away for the last 2 weeks? But
pretty shitty.
Needless to say, I'm not working there. I'm not taking their thing and their job or whatever. If that job was even really there to begin with, because none of this story makes sense at all. None of it. I've told everybody that needed to know, and they're all like, the first is like, well, did you say something? Were you giving a look? I said, I sat there listening. I know how to listen. I sat there and listened to what their presentation was. They barely even got to it before all this happened. And then that phone call just confirmed that this guy is an utter moron. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, that's unprofessional. That's on me. Second of all, it's like, wow, dude, you do not. I mean, maybe he does have a future for being that terrible as a person doing his job. I don't know. I don't know the guy personally. He seemed nice, but he also seems now incompetent. No personal skills, no people skills, no anything. And that place does need help, by the way. They're doing okay. They're not doing terrible. They're doing okay. But I monitored a lot of their stuff, and I went, oh my God. I was making notes and notes. I'm like, we can improve this. We could change this around. And being put in that position would allow me to start changing things. Obviously,
like, I got ideas. You open up a sack full of Post-it notes, and then you slap them on the desk.
Yeah, it's just like, here you go. Here's all my ideas. Here's what we can do to improve, sales revenue and advertising and streaming and all of that shit. So, I didn't get that position, and it just continues to be terrible out there. And look, I'm doing what I. It's not like I'm dying for a job. It's not like I need to find something. I'm not I'm working in a different capacity than I used to. It's not like going to one place and working 8 hours anymore. It's what everybody else does nowadays. You're working a bunch of different things, and it all adds up to as if you were working at one place, if not more in some instances.
Right.
But when opportunities come around, I'm always looking. I would love to go back to the days of working for one place. Mm-hmm. And having a set job where it's like, these are your benefits, this is your financial incentives, this is what you do, this is the work you got to do, and this is the time you got to be there. Fantastic. It would make my life so much easier than, I'm not getting up at the same time every day because it all depends on conference calls that you have to do. It all depends on video projects that have to be handed in. It all has to, there's a whole bunch of different things. It's like, oh, maybe I can go to bed early tonight, and you get something around 7, 8 o'clock and you go, nope, I'm not. I'm staying up till 4 a.m. because I got to fix this thing now or what have you. But I would like to go back to those times. So,
well, until then, maybe this will help you. We got Swamp Fox 81 in the chat. Nice little super chat for you. I lost my TV remote. So his loss is your gain, Eric.
I gained a television remote.
So thanks, Swamp Fox.
Quite lovely. That's going to go to Jordan anyway. What do I care? Most of this just gets funneled to him and his Lego addiction. Oh, no. Although the last round of super chats apparently bought a concert shirt, which is probably equally as expensive as a Lego set when you buy it at the venue.
$45 plus tax, almost $50. So yes, everything was spent on the one shirt for not me.
Can we do a couple fun things before? Is there a small segment too, or what?
I could shorten it.
No, you don't have to shorten it. I'm just saying, do we have a lot of stuff for segment 2?
We have a good amount, but none of it's all evergreen. So, most of it's evergreen stuff that we can push off if we need to.
Ooh,
so.
Your pal Casey is soliciting me. She says, Eric, I work in career services.
Yeah, we were talking, you and I talked about LinkedIn and how it's important, and you were surprised on how it's important. It's
bullshit. It's racketeering is what LinkedIn is.
Well, if you do need some help in that arena, reach out to your pal and mine, Casey.
All right. I might have to, you might have to make that connection and see. Tom from Eric does smaller gig jobs. He's also a gig-olo. Yes, I am pretty much a gig-olo. That's also a good show title. God damn it. Tom's due for one. So
it's about time.
Just a gig.
Just a gig-olo.
All right. At least we have last week we had nothing. And I'm sitting there.
Sometimes it's hard.
Off hours. I'm just like, we need to figure out a show title. We didn't have anything this week. Before I get to some lighter stuff, some fun stuff. So the consumer stuff, I look, we've really dropped the ball on it. We've recorded a bunch of shit that I still haven't posted, but life happens, and I apologize. I'm trying to restructure and reschedule so I can get back to the consumer and doing other things. Somebody dropped me off some more stuff for the consumer. They found it at a store and they said, "Oh, I got these, thought of you." This was the same person, by the way, that dropped off that Ghost energy drink. There's a company called Ghost.
The tea one that you had last week or the week before.
That idiot got me hooked on Ghost energy drinks now. Because
that's awesome.
Their Welch's grape juice one, I think I'm going to go grab one when we go to break. Their Welch's grape juice one is amazing.
That's what I hear. I haven't tried it yet.
They have an orange cream one, which is really good. But the one he dropped off to me was a Southern iced tea.
Yeah, it was a lemonade iced tea. It was like an Arnold Palmer.
Oh, is that what it was? Was it a Southern
I think
or was it? Okay, well, whatever was that iced tea one was I was amazed how good it was. I can't find it anywhere anymore. He told me the story and he found it. I go, oh, okay, I'll go right over there. They don't have it.
Interesting.
I don't know if this was a summer release for it. And
Could have been.
I went to many stores. I'm not gonna, it's not a proud moment, but I'm not going to lie to tell you how many stores I went within probably a 20-mile radius trying to find that particular flavor from Ghost energy drinks. Now, I was not a big energy drink fan until this summer because I always had the Zoa stuff, and that was more like a vitamin fruit thing. But the Celsius stuff, there's certain flavors of Celsius that are fantastic. Now the Ghost thing he got me hooked on here, and he has C4 is another one.
Yeah, I've heard of those. I've never really gotten into those. Those are.
He was telling me, he's
like if you're drinking a C4, you have to be working out.
He was telling me, he said, well, they're all Jolly Rancher flavors. I said, that does not sound appealing.
Sometimes it doesn't. Yeah.
I like Jolly Ranchers, but I don't want to have it in drink form,
Ghost has a peach flavor.
Oh, I tried that one.
Is it good?
I did. It is very good. I love peach stuff. But yeah, that half and half iced tea Ghost flavor, if you can find a store that has it or know somewhere online that's not a giant case of it, I don't mind a 4-pack or a 6-pack or something, but I don't need to buy the fucking Costco
you don't need 24?
size. Yeah, that's not going to do it. Why? You found that online?
No, well, they have 12 packs, but not your flavor that you're looking for.
Okay.
Unless you want Swedish Fish.
No, I've seen that all over. They have Swedish Fish, and then there's like a Sour Patch Kid watermelon and a Sour Patch Kid cherry.
Yeah,
I have no interest in that stuff. No. Anyway, so the stuff that the guy dropped off to me. One, he said, I saw these, thought you would like it. I've never heard of this, but it's like a Jack Link's or a Slim Jim. It's called Fatty.
I've seen it. I've never had one.
It's a meat stick. So this is the original flavor, but he said they also have like a
baseball bat.
Yeah, I mean, look at this thing.
You can hurt somebody with
it. It's a fucking Groucho cigar, like that. He said there's a honey barbecue one too, and he didn't know which one. He's like, he got me the originals just so you could try this. So, obviously I think he's implying something with this, but this will be a great screenshot for somebody to meme and do whatever.
Eric's got something in his mouth.
Then he dropped off. I wasn't aware that Starbucks was doing energy drinks.
Yeah.
I know they do the canned, like a canned espresso, canned cappuccinos, the canned coffee stuff.
It hasn't been that long, like maybe less than a year.
I see what you did there, Preston, and I'm going to say that is hurtful. Go ahead.
Maybe he's not talking about you.
Well, that is also true. Jordan, they have a stick with your name on it.
Hey,
just so you know.
I don't like it.
Casey's saying, I can't do energy drinks after having kids. I can only do Celsius. Celsius is an energy drink.
Maybe there's something about the blend.
I don't know. Tom from Alberta saying, I tried Ghost on Eric's recommendation, grape and pink lemonade. I found them too sweet. I never had the pink lemonade, but their Welch's grape juice, I gotta say, is a 9 out of 10. And I'm not an energy drink fan, but now I can't even say that anymore. I'm an energy drink fan.
Yeah, the Alanis to me are sweet. Those are the ones you get they're everywhere now, but for a while it was just Target.
Right.
Yeah, those are too sweet.
Sugar Shane saying the cherry limeade is beyond good too. I'll have to look for that one. I'm sure it's around somewhere. I'll definitely go and check that. Yeah, the Alani ones, their peach one isn't bad, but I've tried, what was the one I sent to you that you said your daughter loved? It was like a cherry slushy, I think.
Yeah, it was cherry slush.
And
you sent me the powders for a while.
Yeah. It was way too sweet for me.
They're too sweet. Yeah, they're way too sweet.
Yeah. Bartholomew, Bang tastes great usually, but it does have 300 milligrams, I'm guessing, caffeine. I haven't had any of the Bang ones. I just recently saw them. Like, you know what it is? It's like, when you've never seen something before, and then it's brought to your attention, and then all of a sudden you notice it everywhere, and you go, wow, how did I not notice this before? Well, because of the Ghost energy drink stuff, I didn't realize like at supermarkets. I mean, obviously like 7-Eleven has like every kind of drink there, but in supermarkets that they have like impulse end caps And that's where they have like every other one is a different energy drink or the Starbucks glass coffee things. Dunkin' has a line of their coffees out there. Like it's all these kind of boutique kind of beverages that I was not really paying attention to because I used to just would get a Pure Leaf iced tea and be done with it. Now I'm seeing this shit everywhere. Back to the Starbucks thing. So Starbucks is doing an iced energy drink. And this one is called Tropical Peach.
Interesting.
I had no idea, but he knows because he watches the show. He said, I know you like peach stuff. So he got me the peach thing here. I'm going to try it. Smells
a lot.
Smells very peachy. Smells like those peach, those they're peach like Sour rings. Patch Kids. No, not the peach rings, the candies that are covered in sugar, but they look like peaches.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Those kind of things.
The Alani's have a seasonal flavor right now called Witch's Brew, and it tastes like a caramel apple, which is really, really good. But they sell these packs. Caramel apple.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard it right the first time.
Okay.
But if you buy like a special pack, they have 3 of them that have like a pumpkin spice flavor. It's like pumpkin cream. Ugh. It's probably the most vile energy drink I've ever
that sounds
tasted.
Gross. You don't want you don't want any kind of cream-based anything in an energy drink.
I don't even mind the cream base. I don't think you need vegetable bases. Like that's a squash. Like you don't need that.
Like V8 comes out with their own line of energy drinks.
Why is it carbonated? It's gross.
It tastes like you can really taste the kale, and then all of a sudden it's 400 milligrams of caffeine blended in with collard green vegetables. Anyway, so the Starbucks iced energy drink, Tropical Peach. It is 0 sugar.
That's the big thing lately. Like, if you don't put out a 0 sugar one,
it's on the fucking top of the thing. I didn't even. I'm reading the nutrition label in the back. I'm like, how is this 0 sugar? And there it is, right up there. It was obvious. My bad. 5 calories. Does it tell you the caffeine?
It should.
It's hard to see in this lighting and all that. Vitamin. It's got a lot of vitamin B. Niacin, potassium.
Taurine?
What?
Do you have taurine in there? That's usually what's in Red Bull.
I don't see that. I hate Red Bull. I've never liked Red Bull. It ruins my stomach.
That's how rock stars do to me. Like, I can't drink them.
I've never had Rockstar either.
Yeah. Tom says, I prefer Monster Ultra Sunrise. It has 0 sugar. The Ultra flavors all have 0 sugar. The Ultra Sunrise is an orange flavor. It's really good. They're coming out with a passion fruit, I think, next month. I'm looking forward to.
This has 160 milligrams plant-based caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It smells good.
We just liquefied the coffee bean leaves.
It's not terrible.
Interesting.
It's okay. I mean, as far as I've had worse peach drinks where it tastes so artificial that it's just like, oh my God, this is not anything near a peach.
I was going to say, because that Zoa white peach was really good.
Yeah, it is good. This is, it's not that carbonated. This is, I'm amazed how smooth this is for an energy drink. But this is pretty good. Tropical Peach.
All right.
Starbucks iced energy drink. I've never had a Starbucks thing like this.
He's going to be up till like 8 in the morning.
I don't care. I'm going to play see it.
You'll still be up anyway.
Sitting there going nuts on Phasmophobia. Oh, there's a couple new games. There's a water park simulator I've been seeing people play.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And all I keep thinking of is Cartman from South Park. You can go around and you can eject people. You can hit
that song somewhere.
You can hit people with bats and other things because people will take a shit in the pool or near like a reclining chair on the pool deck. And you got to hose it down. You got to clean it out. Then you have to rough up the patrons and throw them out. So that might be. I'm going to see if you can play multiplayer because that might be fun for us. Running a water park. We'll send Rob over to the children's area where he's constantly cleaning up piss out of the pool.
No, he's just always at the concession stand getting churros because that's all he does is send us like sweets on Instagram.
Your lifeguard's pretty fat over there. What is he doing? Oh, he's eating churros. Speaking of getting fat, did we talk about this last week?
Yes.
Oh, we
And
did.
I found them right after you showed me. I went out literally like that night and found those. They're fantastic.
This is box 2.
I had 3.
Yeah.
But I have kids, so like we went through.
My kid loves this.
They're so good.
And I'm so glad and so blessed that my kid doesn't have that bullshit peanut allergy that a lot of kids have.
Oh God, every kid.
I know. Did
you find the
so
the
many
cups?
broken children out there.
Yeah, no, it's just it's God's way of trying to thin the herd, but we keep trying to keep
ADD, autism, peanut allergy. I'm kidding.
Did you find the cups, like the Reese's cups with?
No,
the
I've been looking. I can't find the because Oreo and Reese's did this where it's Oreo cookie with Reese's peanut butter inside, but then Reese's did the reverse where it's peanut butter cups with Oreo cookie on the inside, and I have not been able to find them.
The Halloween candies, they put the bag out for Halloween, so they'll have them. If you can find them that way, then do them. They are so good.
Bartholomew in the chat saying, "Of course you show me this right as I start keto up again."
They're great. I've got the new Fanta.
Oh, the Chucky Fanta flavor.
Yeah, the Chucky, what's it called? Chucky's Punch. So I've got that. I'm going to try that one right now. Because they've been doing that. Like, so Fanta's been putting out this one, but on some of the cans, they have horror icons on there. So I know the pineapple one has Michael Myers from Halloween, so I might grab me a 12-pack just to have a can.
Okay. Well, you do that. I opened up the fatty stick, and it seems
Probably
like
greasy as all hell.
when you have too much processed meat like this, it starts to smell almost if it's like dog food.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it smells like. I'm really not sure I even want to try it now because it smells like dog food.
Chucky's Punch isn't bad. It's kind of like, it's like a fruit punch, but not quite like Hawaiian Punch flavor, if that makes any sense. Like it has that flavor profile, but it's not as good as a Hawaiian Punch.
So it's like a Tropicana.
Yeah, I mean it's not bad.
Or a Minute Maid.
I mean it's not sugar free, so I mean this is a lot of sugar in there, and I'm not going to drink this whole thing. But
this is okay. It's not terrible. Big thing at the bottom here I didn't see. 13 grams of protein.
Nice.
1 gram of sugar. No nitrates added. It's okay.
Well, you got to find your nitrates somewhere else then.
It's almost like you it's like you're biting into a bratwurst. All right. Oh, we're done with that thing there.
Still got to do our ramen shows.
Noodles in the chat saying, did Jordan say he's going to try the Fanta right now, even though half the bottle's already gone?
You need to shut your damn mouth.
They caught you. All right, let's do some fun things because then we got to get over to segment 2. I was excited throughout all of the nonsense of this week. I am very excited to inform you that a trend has returned to the world of sports.
I'm happy for this.
Me too. And I'm glad it's becoming a thing again. Now, what's different is that it's not the sport you're thinking of.
You were very excited the other day when I sent that text and you goes, "You got it. Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Find more."
I'm all about this now. So you might remember a while ago, there's a video up on our the YouTube channel, which by the way, if you're watching right now, hit like and hit subscribe for the YouTube listeners and then follow for the Twitch people. We covered the phenomenon that was the green dildo being thrown onto the court of the WNBA. Well, it looks like they've diversified because it's not just for the WNBA anymore. Take a look at this. So it's now being thrown at NFL and college games.
Uh-huh.
So
excited.
What game was that one?
That may have been the Monday Night Football game of last week.
Okay.
I can't remember who was playing. I think it may have been the Steelers.
Gotcha. Okay. Because this one was a different NFL game.
Yeah, there were 2 in the first week of
Check
NFL.
this out. The ref just whips it into look at it, the camera line where the press are. He just hucks it over into them. It's like, you guys deal with it.
Good on that cameraman for keeping on it, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was at the Browns game. So yeah, we had one, I think one day, and then I think, one on another. And it was just like, oh, I hope this keeps going.
So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, and I'm proud to report that green dildos are back in the world of professional sports.
As well they should be.
Correct.
We haven't seen it hit baseball yet. Well, and again, how are these people getting... Well, I don't want to know how they're getting into the games, but...
Give it time.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Oh, okay.
Now he's got it. Good on you. You figured it out. Time to time, you and I would go through social media. We find trends. We find things that are happening, and we don't notice it at first. But then all of a sudden we start seeing, this looks like the other video I saw the other day. Oh, wait, now there's more? You ever have that happen where you see a video of a certain thing and you swipe off of it and there's yet another video right below it?
Yeah.
Of another, and then now it's starting to infest your algorithm temporarily?
Every time you send me videos.
So I know that's one of the best things that Rob complains about. And he's like, your algorithm is fucked. Could you stop sending me these things? No, I think they're fantastic, the videos that I send him.
Like that body paint will hold up to all that water.
So all the trends that we... yes, that's fun too. The thing where it's like, that lady's bikini looks weird. Oh, it's painted on. Okay.
Oh, she's doing a cartwheel. All right.
I'm eating the bratwurst again. So you find these trends on there. I mean, one of the more famous ones was when we started realizing all the OnlyFans girls were doing the same script. Like their agency all told them to do this, and they go, "Hi, my name's Abigail, and I'm going to show you how to fix a carburetor. Actually, my name's not Abigail, but for $8 a month, you can see, you could see my pussy or something like that." And it cuts off right before that. Like, here's an example.
Hi, I'm Internet Potato Cardiff Electric. Actually, my name's not Cardiff Electric, and I'm not a potato. But for $7.99 a month, you could see my asshole.
Like that, right?
I love how he didn't cut it off either. It's perfect.
Yeah, he went against the trend. So
good for him.
This trend showed up. I didn't notice it at first. But then I started seeing these videos pop up, and it's all Asian people doing it. I go, okay, so this has got to be a thing over there. They're all doing this weird dance to a song from the 70s called Una Paloma Blanca by the George Baker Selection. I think that was the name of the band. It was a very popular one-hit wonder kind of song. And I noticed these videos are using this song, and I go, this isn't a new song. It's not a popular song. I recognize the song. This is a very old song. What's the trend?
1975.
So I'm going through, and I go, oh my God, the Asian ones are great. But then as I dig through the trend a little bit more, here come the white people. Here come the white people that ruin a good thing that's happening, right? So I compiled them together to present to you, to show you the trend. You'll see where the white people come in and ruin it. And then to round it off, I went back in time to other times that this dance showed up and mixed it all together in a nice little package. Here we go. Imagine seeing this coming down the street.
Fucking like a human centipede situation here.
Yeah. Well, I did not mean to do that.
I wonder,
Go ahead.
Do these girls hear this music, or they're just this good and
I don't know.
Set this video to the music?
That's a good question. I don't know how this whole thing...
It's even creepier if there's no soundtrack around you and they're just doing this down the street. That's even creepier.
Yeah.
At least when you hear the music, you're like, oh, look, they're doing it to the beat.
Like this, we're hearing it in post, you know? Let me see how how it's being made before that. And you just seen...
Yeah, I'm the one. It's like Rob Zombie to them. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Or some K-pop thing that we don't know about, you know? But anyway, This doesn't help for the radio audience, but if you ever needed an example to come over and check out on the video side, YouTube and Twitch, it's Erik Nagel for the live shows, and you can see this. We'll put this up as its own thing.
I don't even know how I would describe this. Like they're moving in a certain
They're
way.
dancing in uniform. Mm-hmm.
You have to see this one.
But it's like their arms are kind of hanging down, almost like I don't know.
It's like they're like those guys that think they're cool. So they kind of do that, like, oh, I'm macho kind of thing.
But it's like, like when you see exaggerated gorillas like Donkey Kong or something, their arms going to hang down like this, but their lower legs are really small, but the big forearms are hanging down like Popeye.
Right.
That's what it seems like what they're doing. But there's plenty more to go.
Again, if they're not doing this to music,
people are just doing this.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. Look, again, the Asian one, it's very well done.
It's Linkin Park. Okay, so now they're getting the production in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is wow.
Look, there's CGI involved.
That was kind of cool. He got me on that one.
There's a stadium doing this.
Oh my god.
Now here's where the white people start to ruin it.
Oh god, white teachers.
They look so stiff and awkward, like they have the hanger still in their shirts.
Right.
Imagine these guys are doing it in their pool. Imagine you just look over the fence. Yeah, this is where I start throwing other
I'm into
stuff.
this one.
Remember this?
I do.
The Aha Take on Me? Dead Souls?
That's pretty cool.
This is how I knew what the song was. From Buckwheat Sings on Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
That's what he did.
That's how I first heard of that song, was from that Saturday Night Live
that's
skit.
why I was like, why does this sound familiar? Yeah, it's Buckwheat Sings the Hit.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. Pass. Feet times a maybe.
It's such a good one. Oh, I love that one. Oh, Buckwheat.
I want to also bring to your attention.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, look it up. Look up the Una Paloma Blanca dance trend on TikTok.
All right.
It's nuts. Again, the Asian ones are pretty well done. The white people ones are terrible. Get a nice mix as you're watching all of this. We also talked about that other trend that was going on, the Jet 2 travel thing.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Yeah, it's annoying and pointless. Somebody just took a clip from a commercial, and somehow that became a popular internet trend to do anything. It's usually people falling down or something disaster. It's almost like the Michael Bay ending trend that was going on. It's like
trend.
Terrible stuff was happening, and then you just hear Jet 2 holiday. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's officially coming to an end. This is the final Jet 2 holiday video.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per
Oh, that's how we should end everything.
Well, that's what I'm going to do because I will remix that movie clip to any kind of trend going on and put it out like it's officially done.
Like every song, every dumb thing.
Yep.
Oh, perfect.
It's done. We are done with it. We are done. So Jet 2 was fun for the time that it was a thing.
But how am I going to say you save £50 per person?
But we need to move on.
All right.
Like playing video games.
Video games.
Now, I'm going to point this out. Some of it's muted because of the music. but I brought it back up where it's key, so you're not really missing the rest of the music play. Here we go.
I knew that was going to happen. I almost told you to take that video out first.
How did that happen? All right.
Every time.
Try it again. So this guy in the VR doing a car game. He's driving.
Hey, Jaywalker, figure it out.
Oh, no, he's Canadian.
Hold on. Here it goes.
I like how the camera shake on the car was great.
Right? Yeah.
I like that crash at the end.
Isn't that so good?
Oh, it's so funny.
I think I'm going to make a smaller version and throw it up into our regular go-to videos, but I'll bring it back to this part.
Again. Woo, pretty good.
Multi-kill.
Multi-kill.
Yeah. So, that was really a lot of fun.
That's a good one.
Next week, we're going to play a video. We've got a clip of from that got leaked from Doomsday production. And it's involving a different sector of Marvel characters coming together that don't normally, because that's what Doomsday is. It's a whole multiverse collaboration, if you will. So we're going to get to that next week. But for now, I have a video here of Marvel having to do a background check on their employees. Do you know this one?
No.
Okay. So this is when they've hired somebody and they failed to do the background checks, and then they realize the person that they hired. Here we go.
For a treat, back before the war broke out, I was a saucier in San Antone. I bet I could call up some of them greens. Yeah, noodle some crawfish out the patty, yo. I made us some crab apples for dessert.
They're all looking at him like, how?
He's got his head down. I'm like, it's just perfect. It's like, this is what you did before you were Iron Man? It was a different time.
What do you mean, you people?
You don't understand.
What do you mean, you people?
Jordan, since we're going through background checks, we have to talk about...
we don't have to start doing those now, do we?
Well, we should have at the beginning.
Too late now.
But apparently, I got some footage from your work of an HR session that you had and problems that they've been having with you. So this is Jordan's HR meeting.
How you kept a straight face?
Well, what can I say? It's all about the fine art of consulting.
Oh, by the way, have you tried the new sushi spot on Canal Street? I'm checking it out Friday night after our meeting. You should come with.
To give context, this is the third time that Jordan, the consultant, has asked her out. Sarah is not interested in going out with him. If Sarah is uncomfortable being asked out by Jordan, she should promptly speak to her supervisor.
Well, it's just that I'm not really interested in him romantically.
I don't think he's interested in you romantically. He can clearly see that you love food, and he's just being nice and offering you a chance to go out and do what you love. Look, you're wasting my time. I can guarantee you he's not interested.
She's a big fat lady.
It's hilarious because I literally just took this training like last week. Like I had to do a whole thing this last week, and these scenarios are spot on.
Well, Jordan was just being nice. Well, I'm not interested. He's not interested in you that way either.
Don't you like food?
He was just being polite. He was trying to, you get it. It's a thing.
That's pretty good. I just had to do like 9 modules of respect in the workplace training and no sexual harassment stuff. I'm like, well, fine. You got me for another year.
Do one more video before we take a break and do segment 2. I'll leave you with a choice here. Do you want to hear the backup vocals for Proclaimer's song? Or do you want to see an alien abduction involving a small child?
I definitely want to hear the Proclaimers.
Okay. I thought I had. This sucks because I usually write down somebody's name to give them credit, and I forgot to write this guy's name down. But anyway, here it is.
Wake up to you. Go out with you. Get drunk with you. Go out with you. High five bread and a high five bread. Me, who are miles. Your door working. But you get drunk. But you.
That's really good.
Yeah. I watched that many times and I kept laughing.
Oh, that's a good one.
When he hit that chorus.
I don't think it dawned on me like immediately what he was doing, and then it hit, and I was like, oh god.
Because it's like if somebody sucks at karaoke, which by the way, karaoke sucks. But if you sucks at karaoke and then they just sometimes like, oh okay, and they don't finish the song and the song's playing and it has the backup vocals built into the song, and you're going, oh my god, that's terrible. So terrible.
That's funny.
All right. We have a lot of other stuff, but I guess that all can wait till next week. Yep, that sounds right. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, television, movies, streaming updates, all the things you need to know about. We'll be right back.
More, it's Eric Nagel.
It's Eric Nagel.